What's up, guys? My name is TaiFu. Welcome to the cryptocurrency.market.
Patiently waiting on my dream.
If you guys can hear me, please let me know that you guys can hear my audio. If you guys can hear me, please leave in the comments that you can hear me. Okay. Hopefully it's loud and clear. So this is, I don't live stream that much, guys. And I've been trying to learn how to do it. So if I make mistakes, let me know. So let me see if I can, I'm not one of those Asian guys that's good with tech here. So let me try to record this too. Okay, welcome to the cryptocurrency.market channel, guys. My name is TaiFu. This channel is designed to help people who want to grow their portfolios into a 7, 8, and 9-figure portfolio. We are not here to make nickels and dimes. We are here to make life-changing profits, okay? And over the years, since many of you guys know, we started the first Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading and investing channel on YouTube. We started back in 2013 after I discovered what Bitcoin was while I was working at an energy brokerage firm in Dallas. I'm currently broadcasting from downtown Bangkok right now. We got into crypto back then, and I discovered Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies back in 2012 while I was working at the energy brokerage firm. And then in 2013, we started this cryptocurrency.market channel. And then I started buying. Our team bought our first Bitcoins back in the late 2012 or early 2013. We bought our first Bitcoins for $60. And then since then, we bought into every ICO and cryptocurrency that came onto the market, like the first dozen or so. And that's how our channel became popular, because back then nobody was talking about investing into Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies, and we were the only ones doing it. There was a handful of other channels that were talking about the technology and the benefits of Bitcoin, but we were the only ones that focused on talking about trading and investing and making life-changing profits from crypto back then. Back then, there was no such thing as crypto. It was only Bitcoin. It wasn't crypto until like about 2014. Then after that, then you started hearing the word cryptocurrency. But back then, it was just Bitcoin, okay? So in this video, guys, I want to share with you guys some of the problems and some of the solutions that we came up with, okay? And I haven't broadcasted on this channel in a long time because it's not because it's the bear market and we're not broadcasting. I actually have a bunch of videos lined up on our channel. I just have not had time to release them because we have been busy trying to build some software to solve a problem that we faced in the 2014, 2017, and the 2021 bull markets. All right. So I'm going to summarize really quick some of the major problems that we run into in the last few cycles, and then I will explain to you guys some of the solutions that we came up with and what the current solutions are with the TaiFu crypto indexes and how it's solving a really big problem and how you guys can use it to solve the same problem in your portfolio as well. So in 2013, we bought our first Bitcoin, and then we made some money, and we made some really good money and really good profits in 2014. However, it happened so fast and it was so life-changing that we did not take profits. Okay. And at that time, I was working as a trading coach in a trading school. And my business partner, LeonFu.com, was working at Dell Computers, and he was like the highest paid iOS developer there. And it just happened really fast, guys. We put a small amount of money in, and Bitcoin blew up, and then Litecoin blew up, and it just happened so fast, and then it crashed so fast too that we did not have time to figure out what was going on, because it's the first time that we saw a large amount of life-changing profits, and it was so shocking that we were like deer in the headlights. Like when you drive down the street, and then well, this happens in America anyway. In other countries that do not have deers, they may not be aware of this. But when you drive down the street in the middle of the night and you're flashing your headlights on the streets, and then you happen to run across a deer that is crossing the highway, when they see your headlights, they don't know what to do because it's so bright, and they're shocked. So they stand there and they freeze, and they don't know what to do. And then the car ends up hitting the deer and kills the deer. Well, that's where the expression "deer," you freeze like a deer in headlights, comes from. And that's what happened to our team in 2014. We had massive amounts of profits, and we had no clue what to do. We had no game plan. We had nothing. So between 2014 and 2017, we retooled, and what we did was we pretty much consolidated and wrote down everything that we did that was right and what we did that was wrong. And what we did was we figured out, we analyzed, like, okay, what did we do wrong? Why didn't we take profits? We made a lot of money, and why didn't we take profits? And what did we do wrong? And so we corrected those mistakes. And obviously there were certain problems that we didn't know because we had never made large amounts of money in our lives before. And then the second thing was that there were certain problems that we did not recognize, right? The problems that there was two types of problems that we ran into. Problems that we did not recognize because we had never made that kind of money before. And then there were problems that we recognized that we can find solutions to solve for it. And then there was problems that we ran into that we did not know how to solve because we did not have enough experience in the crypto markets. And then we did not know anyone else who knew how to solve these problems. Okay. So we went from 2014 to 2017, and we made a ton of life-changing profits. And this time we actually took profits, and that was how myself and the guys on my team were able to retire in 2017. And then in 2017, we had a second opportunity to go through a bull market, and we were able to solve some of the problems that we encountered in 2014, but did not know how to solve for it. So now we have a second opportunity to see how the markets work, and we had more experience. So because of that, we were able to solve the problems. But the same thing happened again. There were still problems that we did not know how to solve for, and there were problems that we did not recognize. Okay, so we were constantly working on this, and at the end of 2017, LeonFu.com and I would sit down, and we would spend hours and hours and hours and hours and weeks and months and years to try to figure out how to solve some of these problems. Some of these problems we would go to other Bitcoin conferences and crypto conferences, and we would meet other people, and we would talk to them, and they would help us solve them, right? And then other problems, we had to talk to lawyers, securities lawyers, and corporate lawyers, and talk to accountants, and they would help us solve them. However, there were still big issues. So I'll give you an example, right, of two major problems that we encountered after 2017. Before 2017, we can memorize all the coins and all the projects. And we can, like, at any time, we would know what Ethereum was doing. We would know what NXT was doing. We would know what the Waves platform was doing. And that was very, very easy because there was only a small amount of coins on the market. So it was easy for us to contact the founders. It was very easy for us to contact the communities and reach out to the communities and figure out how these coins were doing, what they were doing, and get updates from them. And then find out which coins were good and which coins were not good. And that's why if you go back into the history in our cryptocurrency channel on YouTube, you will notice that we interviewed a lot of the early founders of the cryptocurrency projects. If you guys look at my channel, you will see that I was the first one to interview Vitalik Buterin, the founder, one of the co-founders of Ethereum. And our team was the first ones to interview him and make a video telling people what Ethereum was and why you should invest into it. Okay. So if you guys want to know who was the first channel or the first group of investors or traders to introduce Ethereum to the market, it was our channel. Okay. And we did that for the Stratus project. We did that for the Ethereum project. We did that for the NXT project. We did that for the Waves project. We did that for the Lisk project. We did that for many, many projects. All right. However, after 2017, we had thousands of new coins come on the market. And there was no way that our team, no matter how good of a trading or investing team that we were, there is no way that we can track the entire market and be able to determine which coins are good. There's no way, because there was too many that was coming out. So what we had to do was we had to create a filter system that we would put this criteria, this criteria, this criteria, this criteria in, and then the criteria would filter out all the coins for us. Okay. And we realized after 2017 that when we invest into a coin, right, when there's only like 20 or 30 or 50 coins on the market, it was very easy for us to use fundamental analysis to determine which coins were good and which coins were not good. And at that time, the market was small enough to where we can contact the founders of each coin and be able to buy their coins and get enough coins, right? Many of you guys think that because our team got into the cryptocurrency market back in 2012, that we can easily buy coins and that we must be very, very rich from the coins that we bought in 2012. And the truth is that is not the case. We actually made our money. The first coin that we made money from that was life-changing for us was the Ethereum coin. After we interviewed Vitalik at the Texas conference, we went back. We interviewed him in April, and then we went back. And then in July, he came out with the Ethereum token, and we put a small amount of money into buying the Ethereum ICO tokens, and they were around 30 cents. And then I ended up selling mine like around between $10 and $15 because of the DAO hack. I did not know what would happen. I did not know if I was going to lose all that money or not. So I had to sell. I was forced to sell all the coins that I had, the Ethereums that I had. And so even though I bought it at 30 cents, I did not sell it at $1,000 or at $4,000 or anything like that, right? But I sold it and I made enough money to where it was life-changing for me, and I was able to have enough money to invest into other new coins, right? So at that time, if you wanted to buy one of the new coins, they would do like a ICO, which is equivalent to similar to an IPO in the stock market, and they would put a address, and everybody would send their Bitcoins to that address, and then the founder of that coin project would send you the tokens afterwards. Nowadays, that is not possible no more, right? So you have to have insider access to these founders before they will sell it to you, okay? Because that's just how the markets work. In the beginning, there you can get in, and then later on there would be people with bigger money like hedge funds, and the institutions would come in and they would block you from being able to buy into like that. So in the past, we had access to the new coins, but nowadays, after 2017, we realized that we will not have access to those new coins anymore when they come out with them, because all the hedge funds and the institutions will buy it before we do. And because they have access to the media, they have access to the exchanges, and they have connections in Silicon Valley and in the business world and on Wall Street, the coin founders are going to sell their coins to those hedge funds before they sell to the individuals like you and I. So in 2017, we started to see this trend, and we had to figure out a different way to find the coins to invest in that had the potential to make life-changing profits. So what we did was we created the TaiFu indexes. Okay, so the first version of the TaiFu indexes came out in 2017, in July 1st of 2017. Right, the prototype actually came out before then. The prototype actually came out before then, earlier than that, a few months before that. But the official one came out in January 1st of 2017. And then what the TaiFu index does is that it has a list of criteria. For example, right? For example, it has to be listed, it has to have hardware wallet support. So even though there are thousands of coins on the market, if it does not have a hardware wallet support, then it does not meet the requirement to go inside the TaiFu index. And if you guys don't have to memorize all the criteria. Okay, if you guys go to open up your web browser right now, and you guys go to cryptocurrency.market/methodology. Okay, cryptocurrency.market/methodology. If you go there, it explains the methodology. And in case English is not your primary language, methodology means the method or the technical details of how something is done. So the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index, right? It's going to be called. It's going to be, a matter of fact, I need to change the name of that. Actually, let me just do it while we're on the air here. The cryptocurrency, the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index, it will no longer be called the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index. It will be called the TaiFu 30 crypto index. It's just a little bit shorter because we noticed that people are using that instead of the full name, so we just shortened it. Okay. So on the methodology page, so I'm going to change it right now here to TaiFu 30 crypto index, and then the TaiFu 30 altcoin index. And just to shorten it, that's all. Okay. All right, you guys refresh the page. You guys see the new names for it. All right, it's the TaiFu 30 crypto index. And underneath the TaiFu 30 crypto index, you will see like the explanation of how we created the index, right? So first of all, to the first one, to make sure that nobody tries to scam our index or try to manipulate the index by pumping their coins so that it gets a high market cap, right? We made a filter that we use a 90-day average so that someone cannot pump their coin in one day and then get into our index, right? So now, why do we go by the market cap? Now, you guys got to understand this very clearly, hear this very clearly, okay? So in 2017, we noticed that in the past, we thought that we were investing into the coin's fundamental analysis, which we were, and we still do today. And we realized, okay, so there's no way that we have time to do fundamental analysis on thousands of coins. Yes, we can build software and we can do all that stuff, But what is the most accurate way that we can analyze a coin to know that this coin is worth our time to look at and invest into, right? And our team brainstormed and we realized that the thing that we were looking for was not the coin's technology. What we were investing into was not the things that you hear people talk about online about the coin. The thing that made us money is if the market cap of the coin goes up or not. Okay. So we realized that it's not the price, should we buy the coin cheap or not? What we wanted to do was we wanted to buy the coin's market cap. And that was a big aha moment and a big eye opener, and it opened our minds that we should be investing to coins when it has a low market cap. And then as the coin grows, right, then we profit from the market cap going up. And the reason why we focus on the market cap was because that was the best common denominator or the best metric or the best statistic to go by to determine if that coin had value or not. So instead of worrying about if this coin is a proof of work or a proof of stake, or this coin had a high price tag, or this coin had a low price, or this coin had lots of trading volume or little trading volume or any of that, right? The primary thing that we focused on was buying the coin when it had a low market cap. And then when it goes up to a higher market cap, that's when we make the money, right? So we realized, okay, how do we do that? How do we set up a system to where when the market cap is low, we catch it, and while it comes up, at a certain point, we need to jump in, okay? Because as the market cap is going up, we don't know. So we realized that, hey, we're going to create a set of filters called the TaiFu crypto index, right? And we're going to filter out all this stuff, the coins that we want. We want a coin that has a hardware wallet support. We want a coin that's has a good 90-day moving average, right? We don't include stable coins in the index. Like you see all the other bullshit indexes on the market, they include the stable coins in there. And we do not include the stable coins in our index because the market cap of the stable coins do not go up in value. The market cap of the stable coins go up because they added more dollars to their pool, okay? But it doesn't go up in value. It only goes up when people add more money to it, right? So because of that, we realized that we needed to remove the stable coins. The other thing that we wanted to make sure is that we noticed that the coins that do well are the coins that are traded in the East and the West. So for example, Bitcoin can be traded in Asia, and it can also be traded in the US, in Europe. Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, all those coins can be traded all over the world. However, there are certain coins that cannot be traded all over the world. For example, the the BNB token that is on the Binance Smart Chain network that is built by that came out from Binance. That coin can only be traded in the East or outside the US. It cannot be traded in the US. And because of that, we do not put BNB inside the TaiFu 30 crypto index because it does not fit the criteria. And some of you guys might say, hey, Tai, but it grew a lot, right? And it has a profit, right? The answer is yes. So the way that we do it is that we split up our monies so that a portion of our money, a small portion, is invested into coins that are outside the TaiFu 30 crypto index. And then the majority of our money is invested into the coins that are listed in the TaiFu 30 crypto index, all right? So because we put these filters on, it does the work for us. And now we have like 25,000 coins on the market, and the TaiFu 30 index filters out all those coins for us. Now, the difference between the TaiFu 30 crypto index versus the TaiFu altcoin index is the difference between those two is just one difference. The TaiFu 30 altcoin index removes Bitcoin because there are some people out there, no matter what we say that you need Bitcoin in your portfolio. There are people out there that are against it. They believe that Bitcoin's price is too high and you cannot do that. And those are the people that do not understand how large scale investing or trading works. And that's the reason why they say that. I know that because I'm guilty of it, because in the 2021 bull market, all the way up until 2020, I did not have Bitcoin in my portfolio. Okay. So I paid a small price for not having Bitcoin in my portfolio. And I learned from that. And I was still able to buy enough Bitcoins in the 2021 bull market that I made a good profit on it. Okay. However, I will not repeat that same mistake again. And I do not encourage you guys to make that mistake again. At this moment, as we're talking, according to the TaiFu 30 crypto index, you still need about 50-something%, over 50% of your portfolio needs to be Bitcoin. The reason for that is so that when Bitcoin goes up, your portfolio can go up along with it. Bitcoin usually leads the market. And if you don't have Bitcoin in it, and when Bitcoin goes up, your altcoin portfolio is going to go down. And it sounds easy in theory. It sounds easy in theory, but in reality, the mental stress is not easy to handle, especially if you have a 7, 8, or 9-figure portfolio. It is very, very stressful to sit there and watch your entire portfolio go down while Bitcoin is going up. Right? So there are a lot of things that sound good in theory, but it does not work in the real world, because in the real world, right, your emotions are attached to the trade. Your emotions are attached to the investment. Now, there are dumbasses out there that says that you can leave your emotions out. You should trade and invest with no emotions and everything. Those are usually the brokies that have never made large amounts of money in the crypto market, right? Even though our team has experience in trading and investing and making money in the 2014, 2017, and 2021 bull markets, right? Even though we have that much experience, and even though we have made millions of dollars, there are still emotions attached. Okay. It's the difference between our emotions being attached to the trades and the investments right now and versus the past is that right now we have tools, we have software, we have techniques, and we have strategies to deal with it. Whereas in the past, when it was emotional, we didn't know what to do. But now we know what to do, and we have tools, techniques, strategies, and software to deal with it. Okay. Now, the other thing too, right, is that we know that the TaiFu 30 crypto index is more realistic, especially if you have a 7, 8, or 9-figure portfolio, or if you want to get to a 7, 8, or 9-figure portfolio. Now, I have heard students that say, hey, Tai, I only have $10,000. I only have $100. I only have $1,000. I only have $100,000. I don't have a 7, 8, or 9-figure portfolio like the guys on your team. So maybe I don't need to have Bitcoin. Okay. And my response to that idea or that belief is that you need to be practicing a skill. When you have $1,000, you need to practice the skill of managing a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio, right? When you have $10,000, when you have $100,000, when you have $200,000, when you have $500,000, when you have $1 million, you still need to practice the skills of investing a 7, 8, and 9-figure portfolio. The reason is because you cannot use this skill over here for $1,000 portfolio, and then and think that when I grow my portfolio to $100,000 or $1 million portfolio, then I'll start learning these skills. That's not how it works. You have to learn the skills that you need if you want to be here, right? You need to learn the skills that will help you when you are there. You cannot practice the skills that do not apply and then expect that when you get there, you're going to be able to do it. If you, for example, if you want to learn how to fly an airplane, you cannot go practice driving a car and expect that when you get into an airplane, you will know how to operate and fly an airplane. That's not how it works, right? So if your goal in mind is to be able to manage and invest and grow a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio someday, then you need to start that when your portfolio is $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. You cannot wait until it gets to $1 million or 10 million or 100 million before you do that. Okay. Now, I also want to be clear. Whenever you guys hear me say that we help and we teach people how to grow their portfolio to a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio. The reason why I can say that is because there are people on our team that has already done it. Okay. Now it may not be me, it may not be Leon, but someone on our team, okay, or multiple people on our team have already done that. Okay. And that's how we gain experience, and that's how we learn from it. Okay. So, and I just want to make that clear, because sometimes you guys will hear people talking shit online, saying that they have multi-million-dollar portfolios and shit. And like, I'm not saying that I am. Okay. I'm saying that my whole team, someone on our team, whether it's me, Leon, somebody on our team has already done it. We learned, we made mistakes, and that's how we learn from it. Okay. Now, back to the TaiFu indexes. Okay. So in 2017, when we came out with the TaiFu 30 indexes, right, we solved that problem of what coin do we choose, or what coins do we invest in, because it filters out all the bullshit coins, all the noise and everything, right? Coins that don't have a hardware wallet, we don't want it. Now, you guys might say, well, Tai, what's wrong with that? Well, we have found we have several hundred students, paid students. When you guys hear me say students, that means they paid to take our course. We have a course called the Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint, that if you guys want to learn how to grow your portfolio into a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio, right? You can go get a copy of the Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint at www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint. All right, you can get a copy there. So inside the Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint, we show you guys the entire system that we have developed and built to help us make consistent profits that are life-changing in every bull market or in every cycle. So go check it out. If you don't know what you're doing, go get you a copy of it and stop dicking around and trying to figure it out on your own, okay? Because it'll save you a lot of time. It'll save you a lot of money. So when I say paid, when I say students, that means they are paid and they invested into our Cryptocurrency Investing Blueprint, or they attended one of our cryptocurrency investing conferences, okay? So when I say student, they're all people that paid to learn from us. If they did not pay to learn from us, I will call them our viewers or our followers. All right. So the number one mistake that our team has made and our students have made that causes all of us to lose a shitload of money is not having a hardware wallet support. Okay. Coins that do not have a hardware wallet support, we just lose the coins. For example, I bought the coin Raven coin, right? I bought a ton of it, okay, in 2017, I think, 2018. It might have been 2018, right? So I bought a ton of it at a very, very low price. I bought it from some random miner named some random stranger on the internet, and I had to send the money to him. I don't even know who he is. He could have just took my Bitcoins and ran away with it, but he didn't. It was some random dude named Rubber Chicken. Okay, I know. This is like the craziest shit that you guys hear, right? I took my money and sent it to a random dude on the internet called Rubber Chicken. Okay, and I sent it to him, and he sent me the Raven coins. Okay, I put it on my computer because back then they did not have hardware wallet support. All right, I went from America, I went to Vietnam to retire, and during that transition, somehow or another, I lost all those coins. Right. So I lost like $500,000 worth of coins, and I have no idea where they are at. And you might say, well, Tai, aren't they still on your computer? Yes, I still have the computer. I still have the hard drives, right? And I have no idea where the coins are at, okay? I looked all over my laptop. I looked all over my hard drives, and for some reason, it's gone. I have no idea where it's at, okay? So there you go. Okay, that's the reason why, and that's not the first time it has happened. It has happened to me, to the guys on my team, and to our students so many times. And that's why that is one of the primary criteria on our TaiFu 30 crypto index, is that it has to have hardware wallet support so that we can send the coins to the hardware wallet. And if we can do that, we have just eliminated the number one cause of our losses in crypto investing, okay, is losing the token. All right, that is the number one cause of losses among our team, among our students, and among our colleagues, is that they just lose the tokens. The price doesn't crash. They don't lose money because the most money because the price crashes, right? They lose money because they lose the token, right? So that's the reason why you guys don't have to ask if the coins in the TaiFu 30 crypto index has hardware wallet support, because we already have that filter in place. We check the coins. If they don't have hardware wallet support, they do not go into the TaiFu 30 crypto index. All right. So the other things too that the TaiFu 30 crypto index filters out is it filters out coins that are being sued by the police, by the financial police. So many of you guys know the financial police in America is called the SEC. They're the ones that's called the Securities and Exchange Commission. So they are the police that are in charge of watching anything that deals with securities. All right. A lot of people think that they are also in charge of commodities and currencies and those things, and they are not. They are only in charge of securities or anything related to securities. The other police department that is in charge of currencies is called FinCEN, which stands for Financial Crimes and Enforcement Network or something like that. Okay, but it's with FinCEN. The reason why we know that is because when we first started our cryptocurrency market channel, we did not know how the governments were going to regulate Bitcoin and how we were going to be viewed, and we did not want to get in trouble with it. So the first thing that we did on our team was we went and we registered with FinCEN, okay, and let them know that we were going to talk about Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies and stuff, okay. And later on, I think like 2-3 years later, they came back to audit us, and they discovered that we actually do not hold currencies for customers or clients, and we don't send it to other people. So we do not need to register with them. Okay. So when FinCEN came and audited us, they were kind of surprised that we actually registered with them long before Coinbase, long before Gemini, and long before Binance USA, and long before many other companies in the US. So not only did we start the first Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investing and trading channel on the internet, but we also were the first ones in the US or in the world to register with FinCEN. We were the first trading team or trading channel to register with FinCEN as well. Okay. And then several years later, they came back and told us we do not need to do that because we are not holding monies for our customers, our clients, our students. So we don't need to. Okay. But at least we can say that we registered with them before Coinbase or Gemini or Kraken or Binance USA or any of those places did. Okay. Which shows that our team was trying to be compliant and be not doing anything to break any laws since the very beginning when our channel started. All right. And speaking of breaking the laws and stuff, many of you guys know that I came to America as a Vietnamese refugee. I grew up in the poor ghetto black neighborhoods of southeast Texas near Houston. And I grew up in a ghetto neighborhood, and me and my black friends, we got involved in drugs, and I got busted for drugs, and I went to prison for almost 14 years for having drugs and firearms. And when I came out, I had to restart my life all over at the age of like 33 years old. And it took me 11 years to work and invest my money and be able to retire in 11 years. All right. So that's my history and my background, so that you guys know where I came from. I did not come from a rich family. I came from a very small fishing village in Vietnam. And I came to America as a refugee. Well, I actually went to Malaysia and lived in the refugee camps in Malaysia for over a year. And then from there, we got sponsored by a white hillbilly family in Montgomery, Alabama. And we went to Montgomery, Alabama. And then we went that's how we came to America. Matter of fact, I think the family that owned us, that sponsored us, was they own a motorcycle dealership called Luke Jackson Honda. Okay, is what I remember when I was young. However, I have contacted them in Montgomery, Alabama, and they have no clue. I I don't know if they are the original owners anymore or not, but I remember going to their shop when I was a young kid when I came to America as a refugee. So I try to contact them, but they don't know what I'm talking about. So anyways, back to this. So in 2017, when we invented the TaiFu 30 crypto index, it was the first time in the cryptocurrency market that someone had invented an index that was specifically for traders and investors. Okay. And it filters out all the coins that are bullshit and only leaves the coins that we should invest in that has the highest probability for the market cap to go up. So remember, our goal is to invest into a coin when it has a low market cap, and when the market cap goes up, that's where we made the profit. Okay. So I'm going to pause right here to see if you guys have any questions about what I just said. If you have a question about something that I didn't say yet, I'm not going to answer it. Okay. I'm just going to answer the questions that's related to what I have just spoke about. And then I'll explain to you guys the problems we encountered after we created the TaiFu 30 crypto index in 2017 and how we didn't solve it until very recently. Okay. So, Hourglass Crypto asks, how old are you, Tai? I'm currently around 52. What age did you get out of prison? I got out of prison around like 32, 33, somewhere around there, right? And start your financial journey for real. It was around 32, 33, 34, my low to mid 30s, right? If I had to do it all over again, guys, if I had to do it all over again, knowing what I know now about making money and about finances and about investing and about life-changing profits, I would say that if I lost everything today and I went bankrupt and I lost everything today, right, which would be extremely, extremely difficult, okay? The only thing I can see that can wipe me clean would be something medical. Like I had 3 heart attacks already, so if I had a 4th heart attack that just, made me invalid, and I couldn't move or something, I could see that wiping me out. But other than that, I don't see anything that is going to wipe me out to zero. The reason why is because I learned from my mistakes when I was a teenager, when I lost everything multiple times. And I've just been through that many times in my life, and I just don't want to lose everything. So whenever I made money, I do things to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay, so if you guys are wishing for it to happen, I don't see it happening. Okay, but if I did, I would say that it would take me about anywhere between 2 to 5 years to be able to become a millionaire again. The reason why it would take 2 to 5 years instead of 11 years like it did last time, right, is the reason why is because it took a long time because I came from a very small fishing village and I came from an uneducated family. I never finished high school. I got to the 11th grade and I dropped out. And so I did not have somebody guiding me on how to make money and how to make life-changing profits. And now that I have learned it, it's going to be hard to go back poor again. So it's just like if you learn how to speak English, you can't go back and unlearn how to speak English, right? Like if you learn how to speak Spanish, you cannot go back and unlearn how to speak Spanish. The only way that you can do that is if somebody clubs you in the head with a baseball bat or something and you lose your memory or something. But besides that, I don't see how, if I have learned how to make, 7, 8, 9 figures, I'm going to go back and then unlearn it. I just don't see how you do that. Okay. So let me see. Troy James says, "Hey, Tai, thanks for your education to the world. From experience, how many months timing versus technical analysis assigned to know we're going into a bull versus a bear cycle? Many thanks. Love the content." Okay, so let me try to break this down and answer it here. Thanks for your education. From experience, how many months? Okay, so there's 2 questions. So the question that Troy James is asking is related to 2 questions. Okay, now you guys will hear these 2 questions a lot in the crypto market or any market, and these are 2 questions that nobody knows the answer to, and you got to be aware of this, okay? Because these 2 questions, they come in different variations, they come in different flavors, they come in different colors, and they sound different. They sound different on the surface, but underneath it, right, behind it, on the surface, it looks like they're different questions, but behind it, back here, the question is the exact same two questions. And those two questions are, how much profit and when do I get those profits? How much and when? Nobody knows the answers to those two questions. Okay? Nobody knows. Okay, James? I'm not holding back from you guys. You guys know that this is a real world trading and investing channel to help you grow your portfolio to a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio. It took me 44 years of my life to make my first $1 million, right? And after that, it took me about 2 weeks to make my second $1 million, right? So once I learned, when I grew up poor, right, and I did very stupid things to go to prison, I promised myself when I was in prison that if I ever figured out how to make money, that I would share it with other people so that they don't have to go out there and do things against their morals, against their ethics, against their beliefs, against what's good for society, against what's good for their family, right? Because I believe that desperate times calls for desperate measures. When people are desperate, right, they do a lot of things that they look back and they're not too happy about. Am I happy about selling cocaine or selling guns to other people? Of course I'm not. Okay. Now, when I did it as a teenager, I was in a very, very desperate situation, right? Where I didn't know how to buy food. I didn't know how to get money to pay for our housing, our food, and things like that, and how to have money so I can take a girl out on a date or things like that. And it was very, very frustrating. It was very, very frustrating. And when I was growing up as a teenager, and even when I was in prison, money was something that was mysterious to me. It seemed like it was just voodoo, it was witchcraft, it was something that you're born with or not born with, you're lucky or you're not. And when I started to learn about money after reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad book in prison, it made me realize that money is a skill. Just like when I took the time to learn how to speak Spanish, that was a skill. When I took the time to learn how to speak English when I first came to America, that's a skill. And money is also a skill. But because so much of our lives revolve around money, that so much pain is caused by not having money, that we have this distorted view that money is not a skill. And when I realized that making money was a skill, I started to spend all my time learning how to make money. Even today, when I'm retired, I still wake up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I don't go to sleep until midnight. And during all that waking time, I spend my time learning how to make more money, or I spend that time sharing with other people how I make money. Okay. Now, some of you guys might say, that's pretty stupid. That's pretty retarded. You know, you made millions. You're retired now. But this was a promise that I made to myself. I saw so many people in prison go to prison, young people like myself, go there as teenagers because they did not know how to make money. Many of the problems in society, like crime, like single family kids are born in single families, right? Some of the disease, some of the issues that we face in society, many of these problems will go away if people just have a little bit more money. Okay. And that's the reason why I still broadcast and I still share with people how I make money, because I know that when more people know how to make money, that is the best way to reduce crime. That is the best way to reduce poverty. That is the best way to reduce illnesses and sicknesses. Many of the cardiovascular diseases that people have, like I did, I had 3 heart attacks in my life already. I have 8 stents in my heart right now, right? Many of these problems come because people are poor, right? Over 50% of the people in America do not even have $1,000 in their bank account. If there's an emergency, if their car has a blown out tire, if somebody in their family gets sick, they do not have any money, okay, to even fix the problem. So if you guys ask, why do I still broadcast about money? It's because I grew up poor for over 4 decades of my life. Okay. And now that I figure out how to do it, I feel that I have an obligation and a responsibility to share that knowledge with other people. Now, whether you like it, whether you use it, whether or not, right? I believe that it affects other people. We have now we have more because we came out with the Vietnamese version of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. But during the time before this month, when we only had the English cryptocurrency investing blueprint, we had close to 300 students, right? And over around 100 of them wrote to me or called me and thanked me for helping them become millionaires. So I want you to think about that. Okay, out of 300 students, about 100 of them became millionaires doing what we showed them in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. In my opinion, that's going to be 100 families that's never going to be in prison. That's never going to be in poverty. That's never going to go out there and create crimes. Okay. So despite what all these other activists out here are saying to reduce crime in the world, my biggest contribution is helping those people. And those are just the 100 millionaires. That's not including the people that in Vietnam who made $200,000 or $300,000 and were able to retire from their day job. Okay. So that's even more than 100 people. Right. So that's my contribution. All right. Now, back to what Troy James was asking about how much and when. No one can answer that, James. No one. There's no one out there in the world, not even Warren Buffett, not Ray Dalio, not the honorable grandmaster, legendary, world-renowned LeonFu.com. No one can answer that question. How much and when? If you guys can answer that question, any investment where you can answer the questions, how much and when, that means that profit that you make from that investment is not going to be life-changing. For example, we buy treasury bills on our team. Okay, we buy a ton of treasury bills. So when we buy treasury bills, right, or the bonds that the U.S. government sells, they pay anywhere between 3%, 4%, and 5%. Okay, so when we buy those, we know exactly how much they're going to pay. So when you ask the question, how much, we can say it's 4% or 4.1% or 4.2%. So we know how much. And then when you guys ask, when are you going to make that profit, Ty? We can tell you in 12 months, right? So if you ask the question, how much and when, and someone can answer those two questions, I stay away from those investments. Okay, if I want to make life-changing profits, if I want to make a profit that can potentially change my life and improve the quality of my life, it cannot come from an investment that someone can answer those two questions, how much and when. You can never answer that. If you're looking at life-changing profits, you can never answer those two questions. If you can, then it's just a bond or a savings account. It's not really an investment, okay? And if you guys ask, why do we put our money into bonds, into government bonds? It's there for protection. We're there to preserve the money. It's not there for growth, okay? We're there. That's the money that we pay our living expenses with, so we leave it there, and that's where we leave it to protect it, okay? The reason why we keep it in U.S. dollars, okay, is because the U.S. dollar is the only currency on the planet or in the universe that has 24 aircraft carriers and 24 nuclear powered submarines with Tomahawk missiles on them protecting the U.S. dollar. There's no other currency on the planet that has 24 aircraft carriers protecting it, okay? If you guys don't know what an aircraft carrier is, I invite you to go look at one and go visit one, okay? Because if you do, you will realize that you're not going to fuck with the U.S. dollar, okay? Despite what everybody says, despite what Peter Schiff and all these dumbasses tell you, okay, about the U.S. dollar, right? It is still the strongest fake money out there, okay? Do I know that's fake money? Yes, I do. Do I know it's fiat currency? Yes, I do. Do I know that it's going to go down in value over the next 50 or 100 years? Yes, I do, okay? But it's still the only fake currency out there on the planet with 24 aircraft carriers protecting it and 24 nuclear-powered submarines protecting it, okay? So if your currency doesn't have guns, big guns protecting it, right? You need big guns. If you don't have big guns, your currency is worthless. Okay. So, despite what anybody says about Bitcoin, despite what anybody says about cryptocurrencies, the US dollar is still the strongest currency on the planet. Okay. It may not be the freest currency, okay, but it's still the strongest. So don't let anybody fool you. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Troy, so that you don't waste your time asking people when and how much. So when you ask us, how many months do we think before, or the technical analysis shows before we go into the next bull market, we don't know. Right now, we know that we're in a current bear market. That's all we know. And be aware of this, guys. Be aware of this, that there are certain things in trading and investing that you can know before it happens. And then there are certain things that you don't know until after it happens. Okay. There's no way for you to know until after it happens. Okay. So many people will sit there and say that, oh, I knew that November 2021 was the bull market, the peak of the bull market. No, you don't, you dumbass. The only reason why we know that 2021 was the peak of the bull market, or that was the bull market, was because we look back now, right? After the market has crashed minus 78%, we can look back and we can say that, oh, this was the peak of that bull market. So right now we're in a bear market because the market has already fallen minus 78%, right? However, we cannot say when the bear market ends until we go into the bull market. And when we go into the bull market, that means that we got to go back up to Bitcoin being around, $69,000 or above that before we can look back, right? We look back and we say, oh, you know what? Bitcoin at 17,000, that was the bear market. Right now, we don't know because today or tomorrow it can fall again and go below the 17,000, and then nobody knows. So anybody that tells you, they scream at the top of their lungs, they tell you they know and shit like that, they're a bunch of fucking dumbasses. They don't fucking know. Because if anybody tells you they know when and how much, you just ask them, why aren't you selling your ass? You're selling your cars, you're selling your homes, and bet everything on it if you know it so well. The reason why they can't do that is because they really don't know. Nobody knows, okay? Trading and investing is a game of probability. It's not a game of certainty. It's a game of uncertainty. And that uncertainty is what gives us the opportunity to make life-changing profits. When you invest into bonds, right, there is certainty in that. You know that they pay 4%. You know that you get that 4% in 12 months. So when you have certainty like that, right, that means that there are no opportunities for life-changing profits. All right. So you might hear the problem that you guys will run into is this, guys. You guys will hear people ask how much and when different ways, right? If somebody just asks you, okay, how much money am I going to make, or how much profit is there going to be, right? Then it's very obvious that they're asking these two questions, and you would say in your brain, you would say, oh, Tai told me already that there's no way anybody will know how to answer how much and when for a life-changing profit investment. Okay. If it's not life-changing, then you can answer how much and when, like a bond or a savings account, or like a tax lien or something like that, right? Or like real estate rentals. But if it's life-changing, you will not know the answer to how much and when. So you will hear people say, what do you think, Tai? Do you think the market's going to go up? Okay. Do you think the market's going to go down? So on the surface, it does not look like it's those two questions, but it is. It's a when question. They're asking me, when you guys are asking me, hey, Tai, you think the market's going to go up? That's a when question. You're asking me, when do you think the market's going to go up, Tai? That's basically what you're asking me, right? You think that this new coin that just came out yesterday, WorldCoin by Sam Altman, the creator of ChatGPT, right? Do you think that Sam Altman's coin, WorldCoin, is going to be profitable? What you're asking me is how much? How much can I make from WorldCoin if I buy it? If you guys ask me, hey, do you think Cardano is going to go back up to $3? Right? You're asking me the same two questions. You're asking me, hey, Tai, am I going to make a profit? How much profit can I make? Can I make it when it goes up to $3? And when, Tai, when is it going to go back up to $3 again? You're asking me the same two questions. You're changing the words around, and you think you're asking me something new, but you're not. You're asking the same 2 damn questions that I told you that nobody knows the answer to. Okay, not even Warren Buffett knows it. Okay, so let me see. First last says, "Yo, Tai, as a convicted felon, you can't have those in USA. Nice workaround, sir. Everyone deserves the right to self-defense. I expect them to overturn these laws in USA soon." I don't know what I think he must be talking about the guns I have behind me, right? So in Thailand, you can own guns. Okay. King Newt Nick, hey, what's up, bro? You know, he's been following our channel for a long time now. So, hey, Osco, really enjoying the rubber chicken. Yeah, can you believe that, guys? Boy, when you see that's what I'm talking about, guys. Uncertainty. If there's no uncertainty in your investment, if you know everything about your investment, it's not going to be life changing, guys. I had to send money, right? I sent a few $1,000s to a random dude on the internet named Rubber Chicken. Okay, I mean it's embarrassing to even talk about it now. It's embarrassing that imagine you are one of our students and when you go to a dinner party or something and people ask you, oh yeah, you know, who you follow, who you invest in, you know, what do you invest in, and you tell your colleagues at the dinner party that, yeah, I follow this guy Tai Zen, you know, he sent a few $1,000s to some random miner on the internet named Rubber Chicken, and he made $500,000 from it, and then he lost the tokens, right? So, I mean, there you go, okay? MBR KTR 13S, would you say Cardano and Tezos are your favorite altcoins to buy for this bull market? Okay, so let me tell you guys something. We try to be very mechanical, okay, and we try to be very systematic in our trading and investing, right? We try to avoid having favorites, okay? Now, if you ask me, like, hey, do you like Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano? Do you guys like the Altmans, the Brightmans, the founder of Tezos? I would say, yeah, I like all these people, all right? But I separate the people, the coin, and everything. I separate the person, the founders, from the coin, from the market cap of the coin, and the profit potential. Okay, I separate all those. My goal in the cryptocurrency market, when I invest my money, is to make life-changing profits. I'm not trying to change the world. I ain't trying to do jack shit. The only thing I'm trying to do is make life-changing profits without breaking any laws and without breaking or violating any ethics, morals, or ethics or laws. That's it. Okay, that's the reason why I don't invest in bullshit coins like Hex from Richard Hart, because I believe that is the longest running scam and the longest running violation of U.S. financial laws. So I don't invest in those. Does it make money? I'm sure it did for those idiots that followed his dumbass, his fake ass, you know, but I'm not going to invest into it. All right. Because as a teenager, I spent almost 14 years of my life in prison. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to come out here and violate any laws or ethics or morals. Okay. Because when I was selling drugs, when I was a teenager and I went to prison, right, that was something that I did not want to do. Out of desperation, that's what I saw everybody doing in the ghetto neighborhood that I was living in, and I copied along with them, okay? I don't like doing that. I don't like selling people drugs. I don't that help other people. When people email me and text me and thank me for helping them become financially free or helping them quit their day job and they can retire now, or you know, text me that they can buy their new home or their new car, or they can finally take, you know, have a wedding for someone that they love, that gives me a lot of satisfaction and enjoyment. Okay, I don't enjoy doing things that hurt other people. Okay, I enjoy, you know, I get satisfaction out of doing things that help other people, that elevate their intelligence, elevates their financial status, elevates their financial skills, elevates their family, and gives them more peace of mind, gives them more health, wealth, and things like that. I do not, even when I was a teenager and I was involved in drugs, I was just a small time, petty ass drug dealer. Okay. I am not somebody that was like moving kilos or some shit. Okay. They made up some stories and said that I had 6.5 kilos of cocaine, and that's why they put me in prison for so long. And they charged me for using a gun against my own brother. Okay. Now, if you guys watch my Vietnamese channel, you see me and my brother on there all the time, right? I did not shoot my brother. I did not use a gun against my brother. He did not use a gun against me. Okay. Matter of fact, they put my brother in prison for 30 consecutive years. All right. And thankfully, thank God for Donald Trump, when he became president, he said, hey, you cannot put these minority people in prison, right? So that you can get promoted at the police station, okay, or in the courthouses. So if these people don't have guns, these people don't have the drugs, you need to let them out. And that was how my brother got out 5 years early. He was supposed to do 35 years in prison, and he got out after 30 years, thanks to President Donald Trump, the greatest American president in America, only second to President Lincoln. Now, if Trump gets elected again in 2024, which I hope he does, right? They're trying to indict him with all this bullshit, and try to take him down. He gets elected in 2024, then he has a chance of becoming the greatest president in American history, right? Even probably surpassing Abraham Lincoln. The reason why Lincoln is the greatest president in America was because he united the North and the South and kept America from breaking up into separate countries. All right. So that's why he's considered the greatest president. And that's why they have a giant monument of him in Washington, D.C. But anyways, back to crypto. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, so I like Cardano. I loaded up on Cardano again during the bear market, and I loaded up on Tezos recently here, just I think a month or two ago, right? Around when it fell below $1. I think that the price of Tezos below $1 is a very good price, and the reason why is because when I bought Tezos the first time, when I loaded up on it, right? I bought it, most of it, like around between 30 cents to $1, and that was before they did all the things that they did. All right, so you guys have to ask yourself, right? If I was willing to buy Tezos when they only had this much technology, right, between 30 cents and $1, and now after this market they have this much technology and they're back at 70 cents, 80 cents again, then to me, I'm buying something that's a good value. And most people don't know this, but Tezos has a shitload of money. Okay, they have a shitload of life-changing profits in their war chest. That means that all these other bullshit coins, they can say whatever the fuck they want, right? But when it comes to having money to make sure that they last another 50 or 100 years to pay for development for engineers and stuff, Tezos is not going to run out of money. Okay, they have enough money and they invested it. So I'm playing the long game. Now, I invested. I put a big bet size on Tezos in 2019, 2020. I made good profits from it. I made really good profits on it. Okay. Now, did I make as good profits as a big life-changing profits as I did in like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano? I made a ton on Cardano. Okay. No, I didn't. But did I make a good profit on Tezos? Yes, I did. And I'm going to continue betting on them in every bull market. And the reason is because they just have a lot of money. They're not going to run out of money. A lot of these coins that you guys see, no matter how good they are, if they don't have money to pay for the software engineers, the engineers are going to go work somewhere else, and that coin is going to start failing. Okay. So in the case of Tezos, right, I named my fourth son, my fourth child, Tezos. So that's how convinced I am that this is going to succeed. Now, you guys might say, hey, that's getting emotional there, Ty, so, hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? What matters is that I made good money on it, right? It wasn't as much money as Cardano or Bitcoin or Ethereum, but I did make a good profit on Tezos, and I'm going to buy back. I bought back all the coins that I sold, and so now I'm back to where I was at in 2020 with Tezos, all right? So Cardano, I bought back some of the coins that I sold off. I bought it back, right? Because I believe that, Charles Hoskinson is going to go down in history as one of the great thinkers, one of the great innovators, and one of the great inventors, and one of the great computer scientists in the blockchain world. Okay, if whenever I get a chance to build a crypto museum, right, Charles Hoskinson would be one of the main figures in that museum that I would build. Okay, because he's made a big contribution to the cryptocurrency market. So now, just because I like him, right, doesn't mean that I have to invest into his coin. Okay, it's just that in this case, I believe that Cardano has a lot of value, so I'm going to continue investing into it. All right. So I loaded back up on my Cardano and I loaded up in Tezos. Now Cardano, even if I did not like, even if I did not like Charles Hoskinson, right? I would still buy the Cardano because it's part of the TaiFu 30 crypto index. Because our investing strategy and method is very systematic, right? If it goes into the index, we're going to try to buy it, right? Because the index already filters out all the things that we don't want, and it filters and it leaves only the things that we want. So why would we not invest into it? Okay. Now I'll give you an example of something I don't like, but I buy it anyway. Okay. So Solana, in my opinion, there's no other coin that's a what do you call it? A smart contract platform that is shittier than Solana. That has to be the shittiest platform I've ever seen. Okay. Now, did I make profits on Solana? Yes, I did. Did I buy Solana in the bear market? Yes, I did. Do I hold Solana? Yes, I did. But that has to be the shittiest coin. I have never seen a coin. I have made millions of dollars in transactions in my career, in my experience in the cryptocurrency market since we started the first channel in crypto back in 2013. So it's been over a decade, right? I have never seen a blockchain that is worse than Solana. It is the absolute worst blockchain out there, right? The transactions are shitty, okay? I'll give you guys an example. Let me give you guys an example because I know there's a lot of Solana fans out there, right? And they're going to talk shit about what I say, okay? And I'm going to share with you from my experience, okay? From my experience. Bitcoin normally takes about half an hour to clear and settle the transaction, okay? Even though they say 10 minutes, in theory, it's not, okay? It's around 20, 30, 40 minutes. The latest, maybe an hour, okay? If you transfer from directly from your wallet to another wallet. Now, if you transfer from the exchange to your wallet during the peak hours, it may be more than an hour, okay? Or you transfer into the exchange, it may take more than an hour. But I'm talking about direct transactions from one wallet to another, okay? It still takes, it's less than an hour. I would say whenever I transfer a Bitcoin, I give myself 30 minutes average time for the transaction to clear, right? Now with Tezos, Cardano, Polkadot, Cosmos, all those coins, I give myself like within like 2 to 4 minutes, less than 5 minutes. I know that, hey, if I send this in less than 5 minutes, that transaction is going to be done, right? So with Solana, I had to help someone recover some coins, okay? I had to help. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to say how much the amount was, but I will tell you it's multiples of millions of dollars in Solana. Multiple, okay? A large amount of Solana, okay? And this person did not trust anybody else, and they only trusted me to help them recover it, okay? Because they didn't want to expose the passwords and all the other private information to someone else. So they trusted me. You know, throughout the last 10 years, I've helped people recover millions of dollars in crypto, okay? Because they didn't trust anybody else with the private keys or the password or the ledgers or the hardware wallets to try to figure it out. So they would contact me to help them do it, okay? Now, when I tried to transfer these Solana tokens, millions of dollars worth of it, okay, it was stuck every damn week that I did it. Every damn week for weeks and weeks and weeks. Every week I had to stop and I couldn't transfer it because there was some issue with the damn blockchain. That has to be the shittiest blockchain, right? I would never store my wealth on Solana. Never. I would store it in Tezos. I would store it in Bitcoin. I would store it in Ethereum. I would never store any large amounts of money on the Solana network. I don't trust their network for shit, okay? Because I've transferred millions of dollars on that network, and it is the shittiest network I've ever seen, okay? If you I have transferred millions on the Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Tesla's network. I have never had a day where I got stuck and I couldn't transfer something on those networks. Never. In Solana, it has happened dozens and dozens of times. So I'm telling you guys, right? And despite the fact that I think it's the shittiest blockchain on the fucking planet, right? I still own Solana. Why? Because when we invest, right, systematically. We have a system that selects coins, and we are trying to capture the market cap. We're not trying to capture the best technology. We're not trying to capture the coins with the best, clearing and settlement. We're not trying to capture the coins with the best, whiz bang or the bells and whistles. We're trying to capture the coins that have the biggest move in market cap, right? So as long as Solana is not violating any laws or any ethics or any morals or ethics, right, then I will still buy the correct proportion of it for the crypto index, okay, because it's part of the TaiFu 30 crypto index, okay? But if you ask me like, hey, Tai, is this something that you guys would store a lot of value in, or you see a lot of future in, right, long term? I would say hell no. I would not bet on it for a long-term future. Like I would bet on Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cosmos, Polkadot for long-term. Solana, at this moment, I don't see it. Maybe in the next market cycle, I will see things change, and I am open to change my mind. So don't think that just because I think Solana is a shitty coin right now, that it's a shitty network, that I don't think that I can change my mind. I can change my mind. Okay, so. What else? See, I told you guys, this is the problem, guys. You guys can eliminate a lot of the nonsense and a lot of the bullshit out in the markets if you guys just recognize that the majority of the questions out there in the market are related to those two questions that I told you guys we cannot answer. No one can answer these. How much and when? So I just said that for 30 minutes, and then we got this guy, Tan Chong, the Vietnamese guy. He asked, can we make regular per annum profits by trading? Well, what is that question, guys? What is that question related to? It's related to how much? How much and when? Can we make regular profits per annum, per year? That question is how much, and then he says per annum. That's when. How can I answer that, guys? How can I answer that when I just told you guys nobody knows the answer? No one can answer that. If you guys rearrange the words around and label it the words different and question it different, you think that I'm going to be able to answer? No, it's still the same goddamn question. How much and when? How much profit and when do I get the profits, right? Those questions, no one can answer them. Stop asking those questions. Stop wasting your time when you have an opportunity to ask a world-class trader how to trade or how to invest. Stop asking them questions that you know they cannot answer and that no one can answer. Okay, so I'm going to skip that. Go to Kim. What do you think of XRP now that they have clarity? Okay, so why did we take XRP or Ripple out of the TaiFu 30 crypto index? The reason why is that part of the methodology is that we don't mess with any coins, right? That we don't mess with any coins that that are being investigated by the police. So the SEC are the police, and they're investigating Ripple. So we took it out of the cryptocurrency market index. The other thing too is because they delisted XRP from Coinbase and Gemini, right? So that means that there's two reasons why we do not put Ripple in the TaiFu 30 crypto index, because one, it's being investigated by the police, and then number two, right? Now keep in mind, when we say investigated by the police, that means that the police has to announce that they are investigating this or they're suing these, okay? Like, for example, in the one SEC report or something like that, where they say that Ripple, the SEC is suing Binance, and they mentioned that Ripple, Cosmos could be a security. That's not an investigation. That's just a mention, okay? That's just hypothetical thinking. They have to legally sue the project like they did with Ripple in order for us to remove it. So they mentioned Cardano, they mentioned Cosmos, they mentioned Solana in their lawsuit against the Binance, right? That's not enough for us to remove those coins from the TaiFu 30 crypto index. You actually have to formalize a suit or a complaint against that project for us to remove it, okay? Otherwise, every time they mention something, we're going to remove it from the TaiFu 30 crypto index. That doesn't make any sense, okay? We ain't got time for that dumb shit, okay? So Ripple, we are going to put Ripple back into the TaiFu 30 crypto index in the next rebalance period, which is the fourth quarter, the beginning of the fourth quarter of 2023, which is the 1st of October 2023. That's when we will put the Ripple back in, okay? So one of the criteria is that it has to be there for 90 days. So just because they won the lawsuit a few days ago or a couple of weeks ago, that doesn't mean we immediately put it back. We got to wait for that 90-day period, right? Before it goes into the next cycle, okay? So we'll put it back into the index and then you guys can see it. Now, if we buy the coins that's in the index, can we start buying it before it goes into the index? Yes. If you feel like you want Ripple in your portfolio and you know that it's going to go back into the TaiFu 30 crypto index on October 1st, 2023, then yeah, I don't see why you would that would be a harm, because you know it's going to go back in because they won their lawsuit. The reason they won their lawsuit and it's being listed back on Coinbase and on Gemini, which means that it meets the criteria that is accessible to the East and the Western traders. So there you go. Kevin Tech asks, "Hi Tai, for your index, it refreshes every quarter. Can you please explain how do we utilize it? Like, we also rotate our portfolio accordingly?" The answer is yes. It's slightly different for you to rotate the portfolio. What Kevin Tech calls rotate, it's in the correct term for that in the world of investing, it's called rebalance. Okay, so we rebalance the portfolio, right? And we do it once a quarter. The reason why we do it once a quarter, right? Remember, I want you guys to picture this, the purpose of the TaiFu 30 crypto index. The purpose is that, imagine that you are sitting there on the Saigon River in the city of Saigon. That's the biggest city in Vietnam. If you live in Africa, you can use a Nile River. If you live in America, you can use a Mississippi River. It doesn't matter, okay? I'm going to use the Saigon River, okay, because I'm from Vietnam. So if you guys imagine the Saigon River flowing like this, you don't know what fish go through there. There's 1 kilogram fish, there's 2 kilogram fish, there's 5 kilogram fish, there's 100 kilogram fish that come through the river, okay? We don't know, okay? Now, a 1 kilogram fish is not going to change our life, but 100 kilogram fish, it will, okay? So we got 25, imagine all those fish represent the cryptocurrency market, all the coins in the market. So we got thousands of fish that come swim up and down. If we catch a 1 kilo fish, it's not enough to change our lives. And we can't waste time trying to cast bait and try to catch every, fish in the river if we want to catch the fish that is going to change our life. Okay, that's life changing. So what we need to do is we need to devise a system or invent a system where we can cast a net. Okay, we cast a net across that Saigon River, and then all the small fish will fall through. We won't catch those, so we're going to miss those. Okay, we have to accept that we are focusing on capturing life-changing profits, which is the 100 kilo or the 1,000 kilo fish, right? So because of that, we have to accept the fact that we're going to miss the small fish, right? So we cast that net, and that's what the TaiFu 30 crypto index does. It casts a net across the entire river. So all the small fish come through, but the fish that are 100 kilos, 1,000 kilos, we are going to capture those. And so when we put that in there, right, we have to rebalance every quarter, because the reason why we rebalance every quarter and not every year is because that in the crypto world, things move fast. Things can go like this, and all of a sudden it goes like that very, very fast, like Solana, Cardano, Pancake, Ethereum, even Bitcoin, right? So because of that, we have to do it in every quarter. And we have noticed that it takes more than a quarter for a coin to go up, like 50x, 100x, 1000x, or whatever, right? So because of that, we are willing to give up the first few x's. Like if a coin goes from, let's say Pancake, for example, right? Let's take Pancake for example, because that was one of the big winners in 2021. So let's say that Pancake goes from and Uniswap would be the same thing. Pancake and Uniswap was in the same two buckets. They were the DeFi bucket, right? So let's say you get Uniswap or Pancake. Pancake, I bought in when it was like around 30 cents, right? Somewhere around 30 cents. And my average exit price was around like 30 something dollars, 32, 36, 38, I forget. But it's somewhere in the 30s, right? So let's say that we miss the first dollar of Pancake. We accept the fact that, hey, we miss it when it was 2 cents, 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 30 cent, 40 cent, 50 cent. We miss it when it's a dollar. However, once it goes into the index, I think it was around like $5, right? But if you get in at $4, $3, $4, $5 and you write it all up to $40, that's still life changing. That's still life changing. And some of you guys might say, hey, well, Tai, what happens? Wouldn't it be better if we got in at 30 cents like you did, or at 10 cents or 20 cents, under a dollar like you did, Tai? Well, the problem that you face with that is that, one, there is not enough liquidity. That's one, right? So if you have a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio, how are you going to buy that much? Because there's not enough liquidity, right? The other thing, too, is that it's not readily available to everyone. So if you were in the US, how would you access Pancake? How would you buy it? Where would you buy it? It's not easy. It's very difficult. And then if you did buy it, how would you sell it when it goes up? Because it was not accessible to Western traders. Okay. So by the time it got listed on Binance, right, and you can buy it, or it got listed on an exchange, you can buy it, it's still not too late because it made massive gains. Even after $5, you still could have made life-changing profits from it. So don't worry if you missed the first move. And that's what we are willing to accept. We are willing to accept that the coins, by the time, like, you have to get to this level before you can get into the index. So some of you guys can take the risk if you want and buy it until it gets in there, right? I prefer when you're managing a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio, you need liquidity. That's the number one thing that you need. Besides hardware wallet support, you need liquidity. Because imagine if you're managing a 5, 10, 20, $50 million portfolio. When you buy, you're not just buying like $1,000 or $2,000, right? When you're buying, let's say that you need to buy like $100,000 or $1 million worth of a coin, you need liquidity. You really, really need liquidity. Okay. So, for example, like I really like Tezos back in 2019 and 2020, and it cost me about 6 months to a year to accumulate all the Tezos tokens I need. And that's not really, it's not very realistic when you have a bigger portfolio, guys. All right. It's like I was willing to do that because I was willing to make the bet on it. But really, like most of the guys on my team are not going to spend 6 months or a year to buy just an individual coin. That's just, you just wasted too much time. And if it doesn't go up, you wasted all that time for nothing. Okay. So whenever you got to keep in mind that, hey, I want to buy a coin that I can click a mouse and within just a few clicks, within 1 day or 2 days or a week, I can get all the coins I need. And then if it goes up 10x or 20x, that within a day or 2 or 3 days, a week, I can get out of all those coins. Okay. So that's the reason why some of the coins do not go into the TaiFu 30 index, is because they just don't have enough liquidity. Okay. Let me see. Hey, when Anon asked, do you like Litecoin more than Cardano? What are your thoughts on Matic? You guys don't need to ask me if I like a coin more than the other coins, because I just told you that I don't even like Solana. I think it's the shittiest blockchain out there. Okay. I think Dogecoin is a 100 times more stable blockchain and more reliable than the Solana blockchain. But I just told you also that I hold Solana, and I buy Solana during the bear market because I'm going after the market cap. We want to buy coins that the market cap is low and it's going to go up. That's how we make life-changing profits. Okay, we don't make life-changing profits by buying the best technology coins, right? Because if the best technology coins don't move, right, it's not going to make us life-changing profits. The market cap has to increase in order for us to make life-changing profits. Okay. Okay. Keo asked about the HODL ammo ratio. Let me finish answering these questions, and I'll go into the HODL ammo ratio in a minute. Hey, Oscar, Solana is barely a blockchain and basically centralized, but wow, this thing always scores so high in the TaiFu index and always seems to perform well. It's so baffling even after SBF's drama. So you guys are mistaking two things, guys. You guys are mistaking your personal feelings and emotions about a coin, a project, a person for capturing the market cap of that coin. Where does the profit come from? Where does the life-changing profits come from? Ask yourself, where does it come from? Does it come from you liking Charles Hoskinson? Does it come from you liking SBF? Does it come from you liking Vitalik? No, it doesn't. It only comes when the coin's market cap increases. That's it. Does it come from the coin having good technology? We don't know. We definitely know that it's not coming from the coin's technology. We know that. The reason why we know that is because Tezos is 1,000 times more reliable than the Solana blockchain. Cardano is 1,000 times more reliable than the Solana blockchain. Dogecoin is 100 times more reliable than the Solana blockchain. So if we're going by technology, then it doesn't make sense, right? We cannot go by that. This is a real world trading channel, guys. This is the real world investing channel. We look at the coins and we look at what are we investing into. We are investing into that coin's market cap going up. If the market cap does not go up, it does not matter what the community says. It does not matter what I say. It does not matter what technology they have. If the coin's market cap does not go up in a bull market, then we just wasted our time and our money. Okay, so when you guys say that, oh, Solana is this, why is it in the TaiFu 30 crypto index or anything like that? Well, because it meets the criteria to make money, to make life. The TaiFu 30 crypto index is designed to help us make life-changing profits. Okay, if the coin does not show the characteristics to make life-changing profits, then it won't fall in there. It's that simple. Okay. Like you go to CoinMarketCap, they have an index. You go to every website, they have an index, okay? But their index is bullshit. Why? Because it's not made for traders and investors. It's not an index to make life-changing profits. It's just an index so they can say they have an index. Just so they can say, hey, we got a crypto index. Whoopie-doo. But can you use it? No. Like when you go to the CoinMarketCap index or you go to the CoinGecko index, right? They got a bunch of bullshit stable coins in there. Why would you put stable coins in an index for it? Stable coins don't grow in market cap. We only make life-changing profits when the coin's market cap goes up in value. All right. So Bill Smith says, do you think the more mature the market gets, there will be less chances to see big moves to make life-changing profits? No, there will always be big moves. If what you said was true, Bill Smith, if it's true that the more mature the market gets, right, the less life-changing profits that you can make, well, then why do people still invest in the stock market? Why does the stock market still exist after several hundred years? There will always be new coins that come out that do big things, just like there will always be new stocks like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook that come out and do big things. There will always be new coins that come out. Now, we made a ton of profits on Stratus on our team. Matter of fact, this is some of the craziest shit. Like we would take out, let's say we would take out like 10,000 profit from Stratus. And after we take it out, the next day we wake up and we would have 20,000 profit in our portfolio. And then we take out that 20,000 profit and the next day we'd come back and it'd be 50,000 profit. We take that out And then the next day we come back and we have 100,000 profit. Just crazy, just batshit crazy numbers like that, right? Now, are there going to be days or weeks like that again? I'm sure there will be a lot less, okay? A lot less. But are there still opportunities to make life-changing profits? Definitely. That's not going to go away. There will not be a better opportunity to make life-changing profits in our lifetime. I'm 52 years old now. In my lifetime, there will not be another asset class that will give me the opportunity to make life-changing profits like crypto. Even when the AI comes out, crypto is still going to be right there with it. Okay. Even if the AI has an opportunity to make life-changing profits, the crypto is not going to go away. It's still there. So it's still going to be, now you got two asset classes that can help you make life-changing profits. Okay. Instead of one. Okay. Okay. You guys are asking me coins about different coins. I'm going to stop here. Right. I'm going to stop here. I'm not going to answer anymore because you guys are just asking me random coins, right? And I already told you guys, if it's in the crypto index, we're going to buy it. So who cares? Who cares? Who cares if the coin is good or not? We already set the net across the Saigon River. If a 100-kilogram fish comes through, we're going to catch it. And we're going to eat that shit, okay? We're going to eat that fish. We don't care. We don't care if the coin is good or not. We don't care if it's Shiba. We don't care if it's Pepe. We don't care if it's Doge. We don't care. All we care is about making life-changing profits, okay, without breaking the law and without breaking any ethics or morals, right? That's it. So why are you guys asking me, what do you think about Shiba? What do you think about Doge? What do you think about Solana? Who gives a shit? We're here to make life-changing profits, guys. After you make the life-changing profits without violating any laws, morals, or ethics, right? Take that money, go change your life, and then, do whatever you want. Who gives a shit? Like when I go buy stocks, I don't give a shit what Elon Musk does. I don't give a shit what Tim Cook does, right? Tim Cook is a gay dude, right? I don't want my boys to be gay when they grow up, but that doesn't mean that I don't want my money to make money off of Apple stocks. What's that got to do with it? So you guys got to learn how to separate your feelings away, your attachments to the coin, to the potential to make life-changing profits. That's what you got to look at, guys. Stop looking at it as, oh, I'm attached to this. Right? Okay. Just hold on real quick here. I'm going to pause this. Okay, guys. All right. I'm going to explain the HODL ammo ratio to you guys. Okay. So get out a piece of paper, get out a pen, and do this exercise right now, okay? Don't sit there and scratch your balls and scratch your nuts and not get nothing out of this, okay? Go get a piece of paper and a pen and a calculator, right? I'm going to pull up these numbers, and I'm going to share it with you guys, all right? Go get you a pen, paper, and pull out your phone and a calculator. Go get it, because I'm going to pull out. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem that we face in 2017, and here is the solution that we came up with, and it is one of the most genius solutions, okay? It is freaking genius, okay? Why is it genius? Number one, because we're the ones who came up with it, the solution, right? Number two, I'm going to explain to you clearly what the solution is. And number three, it works to solve the problem, okay? Now, if you guys find a better solution, let me know. I'll be happy to listen to it, okay? But it took us from 2017 all the way to 2023, the beginning of this year, before we came up with, before we can figure out what the solution is. And then it took us about 6 months to code the software so that it can do the solution for us, okay? So listen carefully. I'm going to tell you guys the problem and explain to you the problem, and then I will explain the solution so you guys understand what it is. The problem is this. After 2017, after we took profits, right, on our team, we realized that, okay, first of all, we have money in 3 buckets, guys. So you guys have got to be aware of that. And we teach this in depth in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. So if you want to learn more about it, go to cryptocurrency.market/blueprint. Get your copy of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, and it will explain to you the 3 buckets. Okay. The TaiFu 3 bucket strategy works like this. You have 3 buckets. One is the HODL bucket, and that's money that you always have in the markets. Okay. Minimum in that HODL bucket, write it down, is 10%. Always have at least 10% in the markets, so that in case the market goes up, you have money in the markets and you don't FOMO, you don't feel regret that you're out of the market. Okay. The second bucket is what we call your ammo bucket. This is your capital, okay, or your capital bucket or your cash bucket, okay? You need this bucket to have money in it at all the time. All the time you need money in this bucket. So in case there's an opportunity in the markets, you jump on it. Like when COVID crashed, right? The market crashed to 3,000, Bitcoin crashed. It doesn't make sense. There's no reason why, that we have a fake pandemic and then Bitcoin crashes to 3,000. That does not make any sense. So when you have money in your cash bucket, you can take that money and go buy the coins, and the coin can go back up, okay, right, and make a profit there. The third bucket is your spending bucket or your expense bucket. This is what when you take profits out of the HODL bucket, you fill up the ammo. You take a portion of the profits, you put in the ammo bucket, so you have money to buy the coins back in the bear market or when the market crashes. And then you take some of the profits, the bulk of it, the majority of the profits goes into your spending bucket. That's your expenses. That's where you pay for your house, your rent, your electricity, your internet, your food, and your gas, and all that, right? So money that goes in here does not go back over here. Remember that, guys. When you take profits and you put it over here to retire from, you don't take this money and you put it back. The only money that goes back into the HODL bucket, into your portfolio, is the ammo, okay? So here's where the problem is, okay? How much do you put in here? Like when you take profits, how much do you put in this ammo bucket so you have enough capital, you have enough cash, you have enough money for the next bear market? How much? Okay, we did not know. Okay, we did not know. We know a lot of shit about investing in the crypto market, but this was one problem that was nagging us and we did not know. Okay, now here's something we did know. Okay, here's something we did know. We knew that you could not keep less than 10% in the ammo bucket. It cannot be less than 10%. We knew that, but we didn't know, should it be 11%? Should it be 15%, 20%, 30%, 50%, 80%? We did not know, right? Well, we did know that, hey, it probably should not be like 80 or 90%. Like most of our money should be in the markets, which is in the HODL bucket, okay? It shouldn't be sitting there doing nothing in the ammo bucket, right? So on the low end, we knew that, okay, it does not make sense to keep less than 10%. We always got to have cash in case there's an opportunity in the market. Like many of you guys know, this condo I bought here on the riverfront on the Chao Phraya River, next to the most luxurious shopping center in Southeast Asia, which is called Icon Siam. I'm right next to it. So this riverfront condo is $1 million. And many of you guys know that I bought this condo when I bought Doge during the Wall Street Bets pump in 2020 or 2021. It's one of those years when Wall Street Bets pumped up the AMC theater, and then they went over and pumped Dogecoin. I jumped in, and then I made this $1 million in less than 30 hours. Okay, I wish I would have done it in 24 hours. I can say that I made $1 million in one day, but I couldn't. It's 30 hours. Okay, and that's how I got this condo. Okay, because I was stuck in Bangkok, and I was trying to build my house in Vietnam, but I got stuck here in Bangkok, and I didn't know how long this bullshit fake pandemic was going to last. So I went and bought me this condo so my family would have a place to live. Okay, in Bangkok. Now, you always need cash. Now, some of my team members, like me and Leon, made profit from this Dogecoin pump, but some of our team members could not because they didn't have enough ammo in their buckets to do anything. So we knew that was a problem, but we just didn't know how to solve for it, right? So we knew that 10% was the minimum, right? But we didn't know on 10% was the minimum. We didn't know what the high end was. We know that 100%, 90%, 80%, 70% is probably not it. 60% is probably not it. 50% is probably not it. So we knew that, hey, between 50 and 10, what should it be? What's ideal? Okay. And then we didn't know how to figure that out. And then we didn't know also, like, is it the same for someone that's still working a day job? And is it the same amount, the same percentage for someone that has retired like us? So what is it? We didn't know. So here's another problem. How do we know when to take money out of the ammo bucket and put it back into the portfolio or the HODL bucket? When do we do that? Okay, so this is the spending bucket. I'm going to put that away because that money is never going back to any of these buckets. Once we take the profit out for our spending, right, that goes there, that stays there, it doesn't go back. That's the profit that you live off of. Okay, so we're going to focus on the HODL and ammo buckets. And we were still like very unclear how to move the money back and forth and when. We know that, hey, we need to move this into this HODL bucket during the during the bear market. We know that, right? But how much? Should we move 10%, 5%, and for how long? Okay, so that's another problem that we didn't know how to solve for, okay? Basically, how much and when do we do it? How much do we move money from the ammo bucket over to the HODL bucket, and when do we do it, okay? And so that's the big problem, okay? That's the big problem that we face. Basically, how much and when do we move money from the HODL bucket into the ammo during the bull market, and then how much do we move back into the HODL bucket during the bear market? Okay, that's the problem. And we knew that this was a problem after 2017, but we did not know a solution to it. We did. We tried to, me and leonfood.com, we sat there for hours and days, and that's pretty much all we talked about. How do we figure this out, right? And then in 2020 or 2019, we came up with the TaiFu 3-bucket system, and that's those three: the HODL bucket, the ammo bucket, and that. So now we're able to come closer to the solution, okay? So that solved a really big problem for our team and our students, because we were getting the money mixed up. Sometimes we would spend our ammo money to pay for living expenses. Sometimes we take our money from our living expenses and go back and buy more crypto with it. And we were just mixing it up. And then pretty soon, it was all messed up. Okay, it was not organized. It was not systematic. And now that we developed the TaiFu 3-bucket system in 2019, in like late 2019, I think, we solved that problem. However, we still didn't solve the problem of how much and when do we move money between the HODL and the ammo buckets back and forth, right? And it wasn't until the beginning of this year in 2023 that we finally solved that problem for good, conclusive, and it's a genius solution, okay? So here's how it works, okay? Here's the solution, and I'm going to share the solution with you guys. So write this down. You got to first, the solution is not based, because at first we thought, well, we should take more risk when we're younger. That's what everybody tells you on Wall Street and in the financial world. You should take more risk when you're younger, and then you should take less risk when you're older. And at first we looked at that and we're saying, no, I did not like that idea. Here's the reason why. Because when you're getting older, man, you really need to take that risk to make life-changing profits. In the financial world, they'll tell you, when you don't have a lot of money, when you're older, you need to take less risk. Well, holy shit, when you're older, who's going to take care of you, right? That's when if you didn't make money during the first 50 years of your life, and now you're in your 60s and 70s, you didn't just say, fuck that shit, man. I got to take all the risks I can so that I can make this money, or else who's going to support me, right? And then we thought about that, and we're like, well, that's not, I don't know if we want to tell our students that, because they're going to think it's all fucked up and that we're just, that's just too risky and we're not going to do it. And so we realized, right, that the risk that we take in the market should not be based on our age. Our age has nothing, because we have students that are 25 years old that are millionaires doing what we taught them in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. We have, for example, like the first two millionaires that we produced in Vietnam. The first one is like 32 years old, and the second one is like 25 years old. So we cannot say that, take more risk when you're younger, right? It shouldn't have nothing to do with your age. So we realized that the risk that someone takes should be based on how much reserves that they have, how much living expenses that they have saved up. And in America, we call it runway. How much runway do you have? So for example, when I was living in America, my average monthly expenses were around, let's say $4,000, right? So $4,000 times 12 is about $48,000 a year in expenses to take care of me, my wife, and 2 kids. So 4 people in my family. That was $48,000 a year. Let's round it off to $50,000 a year. Okay. Now I know some of you guys are thinking, some of you bright engineers out there and saying, "Hey, Ty, you gotta include taxes and everything." Hey, look, listen, guys. I'm trying to make the math simple. Okay. I'm not one of those Asian guys that's good in math. I dropped out of high school. I went to prison for almost 14 years, and I'm coming out. Okay. Don't expect me to be a math genius. Okay. Okay. Don't expect me to do that. I'm trying to give you simple numbers. If you guys know what your tax rates are, if you know that you're in America and you make the average income, then your average taxes are about 28%. Well, then go ahead and count that in. Okay. I'm trying to make this so simple so I can talk about it and not have to do math while I'm talking. Okay. So $50,000 a year, right, is what my living expenses are. Now it's double that because I have a bigger family now, right? I have 4 kids, and there's a lot of things I'm paying for to educate my kids. So the expenses are around $10,000 a month. Okay. So right now, when you guys take your expenses, you ask yourself, how much runway do I have? Okay. So if my cost of living right now is $10,000 and I have $100,000 saved up, what, 10, I'm going to use the American living expenses so that the math is easier for me. Okay. Because it's an even number, so it's easier for me. So let's say $50,000 a month for me, right, in America. Then it's 50,000 times 12. I mean, 4,000 times 12 is 48,000. We're going to round up to 50,000. So if I have 50,000 times 10 years, that's 500,000. So if I have $500,000 worth of living expenses saved up just for living expenses, not to go spend on cocaine and hookers, not to go spend on vacations, not to go on to spend on Six Flags or at Disneyland. It's for living expenses. Then that means I have 10 years worth of living expenses or 10 years of runway. Okay. So if you need to, pause this video and calculate how many years of runway do you currently have right now. How many years do you currently have? Go ahead and take a moment to calculate that. Okay. Okay, you got that? So most of you guys, okay, most of the people that follow us have a college degree. So if it takes me, an hour to do some math, it should only take you guys about a minute. Okay, most of you guys can finish college. I cannot. Right? The YouTube statistics show that most of our viewers, right, are educated. Okay, they're not dumbasses like me. Why you guys are even following me, I have no idea. But if you are, I'm going to share with you guys exactly what we did. Okay, so here it is, guys. Listen carefully. Okay. If you have 0 to 5 years of living expenses in your spending bucket, you only have 0 to 5 years, okay? Then you need to follow the 80-20 TaiFu 30 crypto index. When you go to the cryptocurrency.market on the homepage, you will see a list of TaiFu indexes. The first one is the TaiFu 30 crypto index, and in parentheses, it will say 80-20. The one below that will say 70-30. The one below that will say 60-40. The reason why we put the 80-20 at the top is because that's the most popular one. Because most of the people that are following us, right, they're trying to make life-changing profits so they can retire early. So that's the one that you need to pay attention to and follow, because you have less than 5 years worth of living expenses. Now, I know there's going to be somebody out there that is going to troll me and try to mess with me and ask me, hey, Ty, if I have no years of living expenses, which index do I use? Well, if I say that you need to use the 80-20 for anybody that has less than 5 years, if you have 0 years, that would qualify as being less than 5 years. So you would use the 80-20, okay? Now, if you have 6 to 20 years worth of living expenses, now these are the people that have followed us since 2017, since 2014. You guys went through the 2017 bull market. You guys went through the 2021 bull market. You should have already taken out enough profits to have 6 to 20 years of living expenses. Or if you work a job that pays you well and you have 6 to 20 years worth of living expenses, then you need to follow the 70-30 TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index. Okay, this 80-20 is the HODL ammo ratio. Okay, the ratio of money that you need to keep inside the HODL bucket versus the amount of money that you need to keep inside the ammo bucket, so you have enough ammo to buy coins when the market crashes. That's what the 80-20, 70-30, 60-40 means. Okay, now for the people like us who have taken out a ton of life-changing profits already, and we have enough for more than 20 years worth of living expenses, right? Then that means that you would follow the 60-20 index, the TaiFu 30 crypto index that has the 60-40 ratio. That's why it's way at the bottom, okay? Because we have less of those people following us. We have more people that are in the 80-20 and more people in the 70-30 category than we do the 60-40. And that's why it's at the bottom, okay? So now you follow that. So how do you calculate that? Okay, I'm going to pause right there and we'll see if there's any questions about that. Is there any confusion with you guys of which index that you should be using as your ruler, as your measuring tape, right? The TaiFu 30 indexes is a measuring tape, right? To measure the performance of the market and our portfolio, right? It serves three purposes. The first reason for the index is that it measures the performance of the market, right? Number two, right? It filters out all the coins that we should invest into. And number three, it monitors and compares our personal portfolio to see if it can match the market. If your portfolio is not doing, for example, if the TaiFu 80-20 portfolio goes up 80% and your portfolio only goes up 50%, you have to ask yourself, why? Why is it that the market's going up 80%, but my portfolio only goes up 50%? Okay. The reality is this, guys. It is hard to beat the market. It is extremely difficult to beat the market. You might do it once, you might do it twice, but over the span of 5, 10, 20, 30 market cycles, you will not be able to beat the market index. Okay. The reason is because the market index does not have to pay for taxes. It does not have to pay for slippage, and it does not have to pay for liquidity issues, and it does not have to pay for hacks. It does not have to pay for mistakes. Okay. So the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market indexes are the best measuring tools to determine how the market is doing, and is the best benchmark on the planet right now. Right now, it's the best tool for you to compare to your portfolio to see how your trading and investing skills are doing compared to what the market is doing. Okay. The reason why it's more accurate than any other index, and it's more accurate than even the old TaiFu indexes that we had, is because it has the cash component inside the index. We are the only team to invent a cryptocurrency index that factors in and takes into account the amount of cash that you have in your portfolio. Okay, 20% cash, 30% cash, or 40% cash. Okay, so if you look at our portfolio, we will constantly keep around 40% of our portfolio will be cash. So if you are new, then 20% of your portfolio should consistently be in cash, okay, to wait for opportunities. I'm going to pause this right here and answer any questions about which one do you select if there's any confusion. If you select the 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40. So if you put any questions in there, don't be a jackass and ask me what Dogecoin is doing or what I think about Pepe or any of those coins. Ask me a question about the 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40 ratios for the indexes so that you know which ones to use and clarify it for you. Don't take advantage of this opportunity and ask me about Tesla or Apple. Okay, don't be a jackass. Okay, ask what's related to here and put a question mark on it. Okay, so I know it's a question. Okay. Okay, Daniel Oasis says, give me an example for a 40-year-old male. Okay, day job, Day job making 200K. Let me magnify this shit. God damn, my eyes are getting worse here. Let me magnify this browser. Okay, here it is. Okay, so Daniel Oase says, give me an example with for a 40-year-old male, day job making 200,000 per year income. What ratio would you suggest? Well, see, you're asking me the wrong thing, Daniel. I just told you that the ratio, how much risk you take in the markets is not based on your age. It's not based on your income either. It's based on what? It's based on your living expenses. How many years of living expenses do you have? Do you have less than 5 years of living expenses? If you have less than 5 years worth of living expenses, right, saved up, then you need to use the TaiFu 80-20, because you need to. The reason why you need to use the 80-20 ratio is because you need to put as much of your capital to work for you as you can. You need to take the maximum risk because you don't have a lot in savings. Okay. It has nothing to do with you being 40 years old. It has nothing to do with your 200,000 a year income. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with how much living expenses have you put away. That's what it's focused on. Okay. Hey, Oscar, he asked, I see 3 indexes for 80-20, the crypto, and then the altcoin, the DeFi. When would someone pick one over the other? If you are a beginner and you want to follow us, right? You want to follow what we do and eliminate the mistakes and avoid the big mistakes and the big landmines that we have stepped on, then you would go with the crypto indexes. And if you would go with the 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40 indexes. You would avoid the altcoin and the DeFi indexes. The reason why we created the altcoin index and the DeFi indexes is because we have followers and viewers and even students that are really stubborn. They are really stubborn and they're really hard-headed and have a big ego. And they believe that they know better than us, even though they have not made the money that we have made. They believe that they know better than us, okay? And they're only going to focus on investing into altcoins. That's why we created the altcoin index, because we know that they are stubborn and they have a big ego and they won't listen to us and they would rather do it without Bitcoin. And I'm telling you, you cannot manage a 7, 8, and 9-figure portfolio without Bitcoin in it. There's not too many coins. I want you guys to think about this, okay? I want you guys to think about this. If you have a $10 million portfolio, right, there's not too many coins out there that you can buy that has liquidity, guys. And when I say liquidity, you buy $1 million worth of it very quickly within less than a day. Okay, there's not too many coins out there that you can do that with. Now, you might say that, oh, Solana and all these other bullshit coins that have, hundreds of millions of trading volume a day, right? Most of those volumes, guys, are fake. Most of those volumes are fake. Okay, they're fake. If you buy something for $1 million and it goes up 50x and you got $50 million, the only thing that's on your mind is, how do I sell this shit? Okay, where can I sell this and make sure that I get the US dollars for it? Most of these coins, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You'll hear a lot of people say it, and if you ask them, hey, have you ever had to sell fucking $1 million of that shit and convert it to US dollars or to euros? They're like, no, I heard that you can do it online, or look at the coin market cap. They'll say something stupid, but they haven't done it. Our team has done it many, many times. Dozens of times we had to sell $1 million, okay, on our team. Many times. This is the reason why we keep saying this, and this is the reason why you'll know if the other traders out there in the market are full of shit or not, or if they actually do it, because they will tell you. If some jackass, like the reason why you guys hear me jump on, that you guys hear me say that BitBoy Crypto is full of shit, is because he's out there pumping these penny-ass stocks or these penny-ass coins that have absolutely no liquidity. The motherfucker buys it first, and then he goes and tells his million viewers to go buy it, and it pushes the price up, and he's selling it to them. It's called front running. That's completely illegal, right? And it's completely illegal. It's unethical, and it's immoral. You will never hear us. You can never accuse us of pumping any coins on our viewers. Because why? Because the coins that we buy are in the TaiFu 30 crypto index. Those coins, and we tell you guys several quarters, several months in advance, Like we tell you, hey, in Q3 and Q4 of 2022, we are telling you, hey, in Q1 of 2023, we're going to start buying crypto. And the first coin we're going to buy is Bitcoin on the index. So how are you going to accuse us of pumping and dumping or front running our students or and our viewers? You can never accuse us of that because we tell you several months in advance when we're going to buy it. Okay. Unlike BitBoy Crypto, who has a reputation for buying the fucking shittiest coins, right? And then he goes out there and he tells his viewers, this is a good coin. These are from my 5 best picks. 5 of this, 5 of that. Okay. And then people go buy it and the coin pumps in price and he's dumping on them. He tells them, we don't fucking do dumb shit like that on our channel. That is fucking goddamn sleazy ass, sneaky ass, snaky ass shit, man. We don't do that shit. Okay. We share with you guys exactly how we did, the mistakes that we made, and the solutions that we came up with to overcome the mistakes and the problems that we encountered. The TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency market index that has the 80-20, 70-30, 60-40 ratios. Those are the solutions that we came up with to solve the problem with how much risk we should take. The TaiFu index itself solves the problem with liquidity, because the bigger your portfolio gets, if you guys follow us and you guys study our cryptocurrency investing blueprint, you guys know you guys are going to make, the probability that you guys make a lot of money is going to be very high. And when you do make a lot of money and you have a big portfolio, the only thing, the biggest protection that you have, or the biggest thing that reduces risk for you when you have a big portfolio, is liquidity. Nothing matters more than liquidity. Besides having a hardware wallet, nothing is more important than liquidity for a big portfolio. The reason why you guys don't hear these other guys on these other channels talk about it is because they're not trading a large portfolio. They make their money off of from Google ads or from selling courses. Do we make money from Google ads? No, we don't. It's there, right? But we don't make money from it. I don't even know what the fuck it makes. I don't even know what's in it, right? It's there. The reason why we turn on the Google ads is the YouTube ad, because if we don't, then they don't recommend our channel to you guys. That's just how YouTube works. If we turn off the Google ads, right? If there's a way where we can turn it off and it still recommends us to you guys, then we would do it. But right now, there is no other way. If I turn it off, it does not recommend our channel to other people. And I want the people that are serious about trading and investing and making life-changing profits in crypto to see our channel. Those are the people I'm targeting. I don't give a shit about BitBoy's followers. I don't give a shit about the people that follow, Richard Hart and his bullshit hex coins. I don't want none of those guys following us because those guys are too fucking stupid, man. Okay? If you can't see a fucking dumbass, a lawbreaker like BitBoy and Richard Hart, you don't need to be following us. Okay? I don't want you for my students. I don't want you on my channel either. Okay? Do I discriminate? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do discriminate. I discriminate against dumbasses that can't see shit in front of their eyes. Okay? If you see another dude in a dress and you call him a woman, right? And then you're a dumbass. Don't follow my channel. I don't want to help you make life-changing profits. Okay? Back to this. So, hey, Oscar was asking, follow the TaiFu 30 crypto indexes. And you follow how you decide which one should you follow, 80-20, 70-30, or 60-40. That is based on how much living expenses you have, counted in years. Okay? Counted in years. If you have 5 years or less, go with the 80-20. If you have 6 to 20 years, go with the 70-30. And if you have more than 20 years like we do, then go with the 60-40. Okay? Okay. Pantanon brings up a good point. He says, I can't find a way to input the ammo cash in my portfolio, right? When I rebalance, the website tells me to sell a large portion of other coins to fill the cash part. Is this a bug? No, it's not a bug. It's missing. Okay, it's not a bug because it's on our test site right now. Okay, we have to redo the rebalance calculator. Okay, because the current rebalance calculator in our website on the rebalance tab, the rebalance calculator does not account for the ratios. Remember, we finally solved this problem after 6 years. We finally found a solution to it that works. And then it takes us about several months to code the software to do it. Okay, Pantanon. All right. So it's not a bug. It's just not there. Right. So our devs are working on it right now. Right. We're in the middle of releasing the Vietnamese version of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint because we have hundreds of Vietnamese students trying to buy our English course that it forced us to have to create a Vietnamese version. We did not want to do that, right? When we sell the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, does it make us money? Yes, it does, right? But it is not even 1% of our income, guys. Okay, you guys think that we make money from selling courses? You need to go. Then obviously you guys don't know us. Okay, we make money from courses. Yes, we do. Okay, but it's less than 1% of our income. We made those courses so that we can teach it to our kids and our grandkids. When we set up our family offices, that's going to be the education component of our family office, and that's going to be the education component. All my kids are required to study the cryptocurrency investing blueprint before I give them any money, okay? Because if they don't know about finances, they're too stupid. You can't give us stupid ass money, okay? If you don't know about money, you don't know how to manage it, you don't know how to protect money, you don't know how to invest money, you don't know how to guard your money, you don't know what to do with your money, you don't know how to manage it, then there's no point in giving you money. So I require all my kids and all my grandkids to study the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. That's who we made it for. We made it for our students and for the people that want to follow us and want to learn what we did. We didn't make the cryptocurrency investing blueprint to sell it and make life-changing profits. That's not going to be life-changing profits for us. I can tell you guys right now, no matter how many blueprints I sell each month, it's not going to make more money than me staking. My staking makes more money than me selling courses. Okay, so if you guys accuse me of selling courses and making money, you are right. But that's not where the bulk of my life-changing profits comes from. It comes from me trading and investing and following the TaiFu 30 crypto indexes. Okay. So to answer your question, Pantanon, in the next 1 to 2 months, we're going to have a new rebalancing calculator that accounts for the HODL ammo ratio, and there will be an input for you to put the cash. Right now, you just got to do it manually. All right. So Kevin Tech says, I already have a portfolio built before discovering the index. I fit it into the 80-20. Can you please share how I could start rebalancing my portfolio according to the index? Okay. So whatever your portfolio is, right, the first thing you got to do is, okay, this is going to be hard, okay? This is going to be hard for you guys to do. If you already have a portfolio and you want to follow the 80-20 TaiFu 30 crypto index, then what you have to do is you got to get 20% in cash. That's the first component. You got to have cash. Now, if you have all your money, 100% of your money in coins, then it's hard to right now to be in the bear market and go sell it because you got to pay taxes on it. And that's not, we don't sell during the bear market. We look to buy, we don't look to sell. So what you have to do is this. If you have 100% of your money in the market already, in coins already, and you don't have 20% cash, then one, you got to save up money from your job, or number two, go get a job, right? Or number three, go work a second job. Or number four, if you want, go sell your ass or go do something. You got to go make extra money to build it up so you can get that 20% cash. And then once you have that 20% cash, right, then that other portion, that's 80%, you take that 80% and you're going to divide it up, okay? You can divide it into another 20% cash and 80%, right, that's in the market, okay? Now, you guys are going to hear, listen carefully, guys, because this might confuse you because you hear me say 80-20 twice, okay? So I'm going to use numbers so that you guys clearly understand it, all right? So, for example, if I have $100,000, I'm going to take $20,000 and put it in the ammo bucket right away. That only changes once a quarter. So 4 times a year, I'm going to change the amount that's in the ammo bucket, the beginning of each quarter. So the other 80,000 is going to be in the markets, okay, that I'm going to use to invest into the market. It doesn't mean that it's going to go into the markets right away. It just means that that's the money that I'm going to invest into the markets, okay? And this amount will change on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, not once a quarter, okay? So the 80,000 I have left over, I'm going to take that 80,000 and I'm going to multiply it by 80%, okay? Now, I'm showing all these examples for the 80-20 ratio. If you guys are using the 70-30 ratio, then use those numbers. If you're using the 60-40 ratio, then use those numbers. But right here, I would take the 80,000, right? I would multiply it by 0.8 right there, and that would be 64,000 right there, 64,000. So that means that 64,000 is what goes into to follow and track the TaiFu 30 index. Okay, and now those 30 coins, we don't buy all 30 coins, guys. We just buy like the top 30 coins. Okay, and if you're in the 60 in the 70-30, then you just buy like the top 15 coins. And if you're in the 60-40 ratio, then you would just buy like the top 10 or 12 coins. That's it. The reason why is because of liquidity. Just trust me on this, guys. Liquidity is a huge issue when your portfolio gets bigger. All right. So because of that, you take that 80% of the 80,000, okay, and that's 64,000, and that is used to follow the index. That other 20%, that other 16,000 that's left over, right? That 16,000 is just for coins that you want to invest into outside the TaiFu 30 index. Now, even though I tell you guys that the potential to make consistent profits is in the TaiFu 30 index, no matter what I say, you guys ain't gonna believe it. I know that. We know that. We know that. Okay, that no matter what we say, you're not gonna believe it. Even though we've made life-changing profits, right, in 3 cycles already, whatever we tell you, we know for a fact that 100% of you guys are not gonna believe 100% of what we say. So that's the reason why we created that 16,000 on the side, so that when you see coins outside the index that you like, you can use that money to invest into that. We know that. We know that no matter what we say, you ain't gonna believe it, right? So that's for that. Okay, now some of you guys say, hey, Tai, I'm busy working as a doctor. I'm busy working as a lawyer. If I use the 80-20 ratio, can I just put all my money into the to follow the index that you have and just buy the top 20 coins in the TaiFu 30 cryptocurrency index that has the 80-20 ratio, and just buy the top 20 coins and split it out exactly according to the percentages that you have and just rebalance it every quarter and just do that and nothing else? Yes, if you do that, that is the most efficient way for you to trade and invest into the crypto markets, because that will ensure that you have the highest probability of making consistent profits in every market cycle. Okay, I say that in theory, but in reality, is that easy to do? No, it's not. No, it's not. It is not easy to do. Why isn't it? The reason why is because when the markets go up, you're going to hear the taxi drivers say that, oh, look at this coin XYZ. You're going to hear the pizza guy at the pizza restaurant say, oh, look, check out this coin XYZ, coin X over here, coin Y over here, coin M over here, coin P over here. You're going to hear all that shit go into your ears from people that do not know how to make life-changing profits in the crypto market. And when you guys hear that, guess what it's going to do? It's going to scratch your ears. And it's going to be like, oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds juicy. You know what? Even though the TaiFu team have made millions of dollars, right, and they openly share their methods and their systems online, I'm not going to follow them and listen to them, right? I'm going to listen to this broke ass over here, taxi driver over here, or this Grab driver over here, or this food delivery guy, or this garbage man over here, and listen to him and buy this XYZ coin. We know that that's going to happen. No matter what we say, we know that is going to happen. That's why we allocated a portion of our cash to buy those bullshit coins that you guys want to buy. That's the reason. Okay, but the bulk of the money is still following the $64,000. It's still going to follow the TaiFu 30 crypto index based on the 80-20 ratio. Okay, so that's the reason. Ben Wynn asked, my understanding is 80% in hold bucket, 80% for TaiFu index, 20% for outside in the USD. Yeah. Okay, Ben, I know he's one of our students, right? In the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, he goes, what percentage should we use, right? We said that already in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. That 20%, right, that 16,000, right? You multiply, you use one portion of it, like 1%, 2% at most, Okay. So basically, if I had $100,000 portfolio, if I want to buy some coin outside the index, then it would be about $160. I think I did the math. It comes out to be like $160, right? Okay, so Daniel Oasis says, would your risk tolerance adjust depending on your cash flows from other sources of income? Yes, it would. It would, Daniel. Like I said, it's based on the amount of years you have in living expenses. If you just go by the amount of years, let's say that you have rental income. Let's say you have dividends over here. Let's say you have Airbnb income over here. Let's say you have, Grab driving income over here, or Uber income over here. Whatever it is, it's based on your living expenses. You ask yourself, how many years of living expenses do I currently have? Right? That's it. How many years do I have put aside? And that's what determines which index that you use. And that's what determines how much risk you should take in the crypto markets. It's based on the amount of living expenses that you have, the years of living expenses or the years of runway that you have. It's not based on dividends. It's not based on your age. It's not based on your job. It's not based on how much cash flow. It's based on the years of living expenses. Right? Carly D says, hey, Tai, thank you for your educational, motivational videos. One of my favorites is arguing with broke people. I recommend it for everyone. Yeah, don't argue with broke people. Don't ever argue with broke asses, right? If a broke ass tells you, a dog is a cat, you just shake your head and go, yep, that's right. If a broke ass tells you that helicopter is a car, just say, yep, that's right. If that broke ass, most of these broke asses that tell you that, a woman can outrun a man, or a man dressed in a dress, wearing a dress or wearing panties and a bra can outswim, a girl, right? If someone tells you that a dude with balls, right, a girl with balls, can outswim a girl without balls, right? Those are broke asses. Don't pay attention to any of that shit, man. Don't argue with broke people. Okay, just move on. Right? Hey, Osco says, I'm shocked this is a real calculator, not a smartphone app. I told you guys, I'm not goddamn good at math. Like, well, why are you guys shocked? Why are you guys shocked that I have a giant calculator next to my desk all the time? Right? This is the best business partner I've ever had. Next to leonfu.com, this is the next best thing I have right here. Anytime somebody tells me about a money-making opportunity, I type in this bad boy right here, right? Right? You say, oh, this has opportunity. Okay, what's the opportunity? Right? Boom. No, it doesn't. It's not worth it for me. Okay, this right here. And when I went to the office supply store, I asked him, hey, man, what's the biggest calculator you got? Right? And they showed me this little video calculator like this, it was about like maybe this small or something like that. I said, man, I can't even see those damn numbers. I'm going to hit the wrong button and fuck up my portfolio. Give me something with big old giant numbers. I didn't have it. So I went to a bunch of them. I finally found this one. Check this out, guys. This one actually has 16 digits, right? Because nothing is worse than looking at a damn calculator that has those exponential numbers, right? Something to the 8th power or something to the 10th power. Man, that shit's confusing as shit, man. Okay, I want numbers. I asked them for a 24-digit calculator, but nobody makes them. If you guys know about anybody that makes a giant calculator with big buttons that goes out to like 24 numbers or more than 16, I don't care if it's 17. I don't care if it's 18. If it's more than 16, let me know. I'll buy the damn thing. Okay. I want to calculate big numbers so I can see, big buttons so I don't hit the wrong buttons. And it goes out to 20, 24, 30 digits. Why? Because I don't like reading exponential numbers. Okay. All right. And by the way, man, hey, Osco, please don't make fun of my calculator. I have feelings too, bro. All right. Let me see. Real Deal says, if someone is 80% crypto and 20% ammo, when we take profit on the 80% bucket, how do we split profits between the expense account and ammo account? Okay, that's a good question. And I was going to cover that, but since you're asking about it now, I'm going to go ahead and answer it. Okay, so what happens, okay, I want you guys to think about this. I want you guys to picture this, okay? Right now, we're in a bear market. And I know that 100% of you, not just 1% or 20% or 50%, But I know for certain that 100% of you wish that you had more capital to buy while we're on sale. I know that. Okay. We know that because 100% of our team feels the exact same way. Okay. So the reason why we have this quarterly rebalancing period for our ammo bucket is to solve that problem. So I want you guys to picture this. I want you guys to rewind everything back to 2021. Okay. Imagine at the beginning of 2021, as your portfolio is going up. Okay, your portfolio is growing since January 2021. It's growing, right? I want you to imagine how much ammo you would have right now if every quarter you look at your ammo ratio, you look at your HODL ratio, and you say, wait a minute, I have a lot more profit now. Okay. So I'm going to do some numbers here so you guys can see. Okay. If I had that $100,000 portfolio, okay, and I have 20,000 in cash, right? I have 20,000 in cash, and I have 20,000 in the 80,000 in the HODL. Okay, 20,000 in cash, 80,000 over here. Now, as we go, this one's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So now this is no longer 20%. The ammo is no longer 20% of my entire portfolio, right? And now it's down to like 10%, let's just say, right? Because over here, this 80,000 went to 160,000. So this 20% now goes down to 10%. Even though it's still $20,000, right? It's still, that percentage is smaller now than this. So on March, at the new quarter, we're going to look at it and we go, hey, wait a minute. This HODL is significantly more than this. This is no longer 20%. Now it's down to 8%, 10%, 12%, whatever it is. Then we have to sell some of this and reduce this and increase the HODL. I want you guys to think about that. If you did that, rebalancing between the HODL and the ammo, we're not taking profits, okay? We're not taking profits. Taking profits means we take it out of the HODL bucket and we put it into the expense bucket. That's profit. This is not profit taking. This is just rebalancing the HODL and the ammo. Why? Because we want at all times, in case the market crashes, we have ammo in here. Now, if we take ammo out of here and we put it over here and increase it, let's just say that next month, boom, it crashes down 50%. Now we have this ammo to go in and buy more coins and put it over here and increase it. Why? Because this is 50% ammo, and now this is only like 30% HODL. So now we reduce this side and increase this side. You guys see that? So if you guys did that during 2021, imagine how much ammo money you would have right now. Okay. Hey, I got to change the battery here. Give me a moment here. The video is going to cut off real quick. Just give me a minute. Oh, man. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, man. I messed up this damn live stream with no audio. When I took the battery out, I turned off the freaking mic. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay. Sorry about that. When I changed the battery, I forgot to turn the mic back on. Right? Okay, so I have to explain it back to you guys again. Okay. Okay, what was it? Oh, Michael Ninja, he asked, I'll just repeat it again, guys. Michael Ninja asked, will Michael Saylor sell his Bitcoins? And what I said when the mic was turned off, right, is that it does not really matter if he sells it. It does not really matter if he sells it, okay, because it's his Bitcoins. He can do whatever he wants with it, and it's not going to affect the market anyway, right? The other thing, too, is this. Our team does not believe he's going to sell it because if he sells his Bitcoins, he has like $5 billion or $4 billion or whatever in Bitcoins. If he sells the $4 billion worth of Bitcoins, he bought it at like around 30,000. So if he goes up to $60,000, he just made $4 billion in profit. If he sells the $4 billion in profit, he's gonna have to pay $1 billion to the government in taxes. The reason why is because in America, the capital gains tax rate for long-term tax rate is 20%. So 20% plus the 3.8%, the bullshit Obamacare tax, because in America they make you that if you make a lot of money, they require that you pay for the broke people's medical insurance. Okay, so when you get to a certain point, you have to pay that 3.8%. Okay, so 3.8% plus 20%, that's 24%. Let's just round it off to 25%. So if he puts $4 billion now and it goes up from here back to the all-time highs, he's going to make $4 billion and he's going to have to pay $1 billion in taxes. He's not going to do that. We would not do that. So he knows more about money than we do. So why would he do that for? What we would do is that if we had to take out $1 billion in profit, right? Let's just say that he wants to buy something. He wants to come over and buy the cryptocurrency.market domain name from our company, right? And we agree to sell to him for $100 million, right? If he takes out $100 million, he has to pay $25 million to the government for taxes. Now, do you think that Michael Saylor is going to be happy about giving 25% of his profits to the government that was against crypto, that's doing everything they can to prevent crypto businesses from succeeding in America, and they have to run to other countries to do crypto businesses, right? Do you think that he's going to want to give 25% of his profits to that same government? I don't think so. What I think that he's going to do is instead of taking that 100 million out, right, to buy our cryptocurrency.market domain name, right, I think that he would go and borrow money from a bank or a hedge fund or a credit union or for somebody and pay like 2 or 3% interest on it, and then take that 100 million and instead of paying 25% taxes on it, he would rather pay 3% interest on it and then come buy our domain. And no, I'm not joking about that. If he offers us 100 million, that we might consider selling it to him. Okay, because if they sold crypto.com for 12 million and bitcoin.com is available for a minimum bid of 100 million, I don't see why our cryptocurrency.market should be any less than that. It's the only domain out there that is strictly for cryptocurrency for cryptocurrency. Okay, so I don't know if you can get a better domain name than that. Okay, cryptocurrency.market. Okay, so I hope that answers your question there. Let me see what else. What was it? Where am I at? Okay. Okay, so the real deal asks about the 80% crypto and 20% ammo. When we take profit on the 80% bucket, how do we split profits between expense account and ammo account? Well, as you're going up, right? As you're going up, you're refilling you're refilling the ammo bucket already. So when you go to take profits, remember, guys, rebalancing between the ammo and HODL bucket is not profit taking. It's just rebalancing. Profit taking is when you take money out of the HODL bucket and you put it into the expense bucket or the spending bucket to pay for your living expenses. Okay. So when you take out a big chunk to put into your spending bucket, if you take it in between the quarters, like if you take it in sometime in here, like between January 1st and April 1st, during this quarter, if you take out a chunk to put into your expense bucket, that's not to go into your ammo bucket. You just take that and you just put it in your expense bucket, right? Because you're taking profits. Now, from January to April, during this quarter, you look at your portfolio and you say, hey, is my ammo and HODL bucket, are they in the correct proportion, right? If not, then I need to rebalance it. If it's in the correct proportion already, then I don't need to rebalance it. If it's off by 1 or 2 or 3%, guys, I would not worry about it, okay? Because I'm always constantly worried about the taxes in America, okay? So every time you buy and sell something, you got to pay taxes on it. So we want to reduce the amount of times that we buy and sell something. So even when it's time to rebalance the portfolio on each quarter, we tell our American students that if the rebalance is only just a little bit, if it's only off by 1 or 2 or 3%, I would not even bother rebalancing, because why sell it and pay taxes on it for? Okay. So Pantanon says, I have 100,000 total, 64 for the TaiFu 30, 16,000 for other coins. That's correct. Bet size for each coin in the 20% part is about 1%. Yeah, 1, maybe 2, no more than 3% for sure, right? But 1% of the total money, 1% of 100,000, or 1% of the 20 of the 20. Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm glad he asked this, because I was thinking the wrong way. Okay. So it's 1% of the total portfolio, okay? It's not 1% of the 16,000, because I made a mistake there. 1% of 16,000 would be $160. It's 1% of the 100,000, which is $1,000, okay? That's a mistake I made. So sorry about that. Hey guys, I told you I'm not good at math. So I'm glad that he corrected me on that, or asked a question to clarify that, right? So it's 1% of the 100,000 total. Karen Texas, hi Ty, I've been considering purchasing your blueprint for a while, but I'm still hesitant. Can I ask whether the blueprint provides access to a group that we could ask you questions? Okay, so I have a complimentary chat group, okay, and it's complimentary, okay? It does not come with the blueprint. I did it, to help guide our students to take profits correctly and answer any questions while they take profits during the 2021 bull market. Okay. Unfortunately, our goal was to gather all the 2017 to 2023, right, and put all those questions and answers in the FAQ underneath each module. Okay. So the cryptocurrency investing blueprint is separated into 8 modules. Okay. 1 module for finding cryptocurrencies, 1 module for choosing the right strategy, right? What strategies to use, right? Another module to know how to figure out when is the entry, when do you buy in, how to do the technical analysis to figure out when to buy in, right? The next module is what bet size do we use. We figure out what coin to buy, we figure out what strategy to use, we figure out when to enter the markets. Now, how much do we bet, right? And then after that, it's going to be when do we exit, all right? How do we pay taxes on it? And then how do we pass that money on to the next generation, to our kids and grandkids? So it's a complete A to Z system that shows you step by step how to look at the markets, how to invest in it, how to secure your coins, everything. Complete system, all right? So now, we know that our students have asked us questions. We have, the English version has the cryptocurrency investing blueprint version 1.0, came out in 2017. The 2.0 version came out in 2020. And then we just came out with the third one, the 3.0, just like a couple weeks ago, right? In 2023. So 2017, 1.0 in 2017, 2.0 in 2020, and then the 3.0 in 2023. So they're about a few years apart. We usually do not like, our goal is not to sell courses, right? That's not where we make the money, right? We made the courses so that we can give our kids and our grandkids a head start in finances, in investing and trading, so they don't start from zero like I did, like Leon did and like David did. Our families came as immigrants to America, right? And we all started from zero with no knowledge of finances, trading, investing, or anything. So we wanted our kids to start a little bit above zero, okay, to have a head start. That's why we created the course. So we only update it when we come up with new solutions, new strategies, and new game plan. If nothing changes, there's no reason for us to update the course, right? So when you guys get the English cryptocurrency investing blueprint, right, it does not include the lessons that we learned from 2021, right? Because that's already in the Vietnamese version. So we don't have the resources, right? Or when I say resources, that means time. I don't have the time to update the Vietnamese course and the English course. Okay, one will always be ahead of the other, no matter what we do. One will always be ahead of the other. That's all we can do. So we just released the Vietnamese version of the 3.0, right? Just a couple of weeks ago, right? And there's new lessons that we have, new solutions that we have come up with. So when we release the English, the next English version, it'll be a 4.0 version. It will not be a 3.0. So some of you guys get in it right now and you ask us, hey, Tai, how come the English cryptocurrency investing blueprint is 2.0 and the Vietnamese version is 3.0? Well, because we have to update one or the other first, okay? So the next one we update is going to be the English one, and we're going to bring that up to the 4.0 version, which includes all the mistakes, all the solutions that we made in 2021, okay? The 3.0 version of the Vietnamese blueprint covers a lot of it, but there's still some things that we need to cover, all right? So when you guys get it, we are going to include a group chat that's complimentary. That means complimentary means you didn't pay for it. That means we can cut it off at any time. There's no obligation for us to maintain the group chat, okay? We maintain that group chat to answer any questions that students had in the 2021 bull market while they take profits, right? And we were going to shut down the group chat, the private group chat for our students in 2022 or in 2023, because we were going to gather all the questions and answers that our students asked us in all these since 2017 for 6 years and put it into each module in each section of the blueprint. We did that already for the English course, okay? We did that already. The problem is we just came out with the Vietnamese course and we get a lot of questions from the Vietnamese students, right? And we want to provide the best training program possible. And it also helps us because we see the questions that the students ask us and then we update. That's what we use to update the course. Because sometimes in our mind, we've been doing this for 10 years now, and sometimes we forget that we did that. And when our students ask us, it reminds us, oh yeah, we forgot to include that in the course. So that's how we go back and we update the course because we get the same questions from our students. So when Kevin says, does the blueprint come with a group chat? It comes with it up until we finish uploading all the questions and answers into the Vietnamese course. And once we finish that, then I will have to stop the private group chat because I don't have time, guys. All the questions that you could ask me, it's already in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint. I recorded it because it's there. There's no reason for me to have to ask you the question. The only person that is capable of asking us anything new we have hundreds of students. They have asked us every question that you can imagine in 6 years, and we have recorded those questions, and we have written down those questions and written down our answers to it and put it in the FAQ portion of the FAQ under each module. So under the module on security, any questions that they ask us about security, we already answered it. Any questions that people ask us about choosing the right coin that has the potential to make life-changing profits, we already answered it. Any questions that people ask us about taking profits, we answered it already. You are not capable of asking us a new question. The only people that are capable of asking us a new question are the people that have taken profits already. They took profits already and they have retired, they quit their day job, or they have the option, the ability to quit their day job if they want. Those are the only people that are qualified to ask us a new question that we haven't answered. If you are new to the crypto market, if you haven't taken out profits, You are not capable of asking us any security question or any profit-taking question or any trading or investing question. You cannot. How do we know that? Because we have hundreds of students, and after about 3-4 years, they have asked us all the questions they could possibly think of already. They have. They ask us questions every day. They have asked us every question that you can imagine that a beginner can ask a millionaire trader. They have asked it already. You are not capable of asking something new. Only the students that have taken profits, have retired, or have the option to retire from their day job, right? Those are the only ones. So in the future, if I have time, I might consider doing a paid group chat where I just offer that to the students that have taken profits or the students that are retired, the students that are managing a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio. I might consider, there's no guarantee, guys, I might consider doing that if I have time, all right? Because I have just invested 14 months of my life to build the Vietnamese version of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint to help out the Vietnamese community, because there's so many bullshit scammers like BitBoy Crypto and Richard Hart in Vietnam, right? There's Vietnamese versions of those jackasses too, okay? Don't think there isn't. And, you know, so many of my students have tried to register for our English course that it forced our team to have to stop and create a Vietnamese course for them because they wouldn't stop buying our English blueprint. I was forced to do that because I don't think it's fair that they invest that much money into our course and that it's not in Vietnamese when they know that I speak Vietnamese. Okay, so that's why I had to do that. Okay, we got a lot of Spanish followers too, and at some point, you know, we got a lot of Spanish-speaking people in Mexico, Colombia, you know, and South America that follow our channel. We see that in the Google statistics, right? And I'm gonna end up at some point. I have to do a Spanish-speaking conference and teach our course in Spanish, record it, and then create a cryptocurrency investing blueprint in Spanish for them too. Okay. Right now, I don't have time. I've been trying for the last 4 or 5 years to build my Texas mansion in Vietnam. Okay. And I haven't been able to do it because of COVID and a bunch of other personal family stuff that I need to take care of before I can go build it. I'm still trying to find the land for it. It's not as easy as I thought, right? So I got to get all that stuff done first before I think about doing anything else for the crypto community, right? If you got, hey guys, I'm telling you guys this right now. The opportunities to make life-changing profits in crypto are massive. This will be the greatest opportunity in our lifetime. There will not be another opportunity like this, guys, right? You guys can dick around and try to figure it out on your own, right? Or go get a copy of the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, right? It's on the screen right now, right there at the website. And you guys go get a copy of it and reduce, okay? Reduce the amount of time that it takes for you guys to figure this stuff out, okay? If you guys do everything that we show you guys in the cryptocurrency investing blueprint, and we go into the next bull market, and you do everything that we show you in there, and you show me evidence, right, that you did everything that we taught you in the blueprint, and you don't make a profit, right? I want you to contact me directly. I want you to show me the evidence. And if you don't make a profit doing what we showed you, right, I will happily refund you your money. I don't want your shit. I don't want your money if you didn't make money from using our blueprint. And that's a promise. Okay, that's a promise. Right? Just show me this video and just show me, hey, Tai, I watched your video from this point. I did everything you did that you told me to do in the blueprint, starting in, you know, the middle of 2023. And now a year, 2, 3 years later, we're in the bull market and I did everything you did and I didn't make a profit, right? That's going to be hard for me to imagine. That's going to be very, very hard for me to imagine because everyone on our team that did it made a profit. All our students that did it made a profit. How come you didn't? I would be curious to see what you did that was different. Okay. All right. Hey, Oscar, if you expect gas fees to be $100 in the bull market, is it worth it to even buy $160 of a coin? Okay. So I made a mistake right there, guys. It's $1,000. It's not $160, right? And no, the answer is no to that. Of course, it's not worth it. That if you put $100, like if you only have $1,000 portfolio or $10,000 portfolio right now, and you say, hey, I'm just going to buy $100 of this coin on the Ethereum network, and I know that during the bull market, the transaction fees are going to be like $100, $200. Well, of course I would not do that. Of course I would not do that. Okay, waste of time. Okay, Kong Lee says Tesla's was the worst performer in last bull market. Why would you buy it again? I don't know when you bought it. When I bought it, I made a shitload of, I made good profits on it. I don't know when you bought it, right? So I don't know what to say about that. I bought it in 2019. I bought it in all of 2019, and most of my coins that I bought were like in late 2018 and throughout 2019. So I made a good profit on it. I don't know why you say it's the worst performer. Okay. Okay. So, hey guys, this is only like I've only live streamed about this many times in my life. Okay, guys. So the audio's messed up or whatever problem, it's what do you call that? Hey, I'm a good trader. I'm a good investor. All right. I'm not very good with tech. Okay. That's why I got David and Leon. They're the one's a Taiwanese and one's a Malaysian Chinese, right? Those are real Asians. Those guys understand tech. That's why I partner with them, because they're the ones that understand tech. So I don't have to figure it out. Okay. So this live streaming stuff, I'm gonna probably do a few more so I can get some practice, because I haven't practiced doing it a lot. There's like 3 or 4 pieces of software I gotta use all at the same time. It's confusing as shit. Okay. Right. It's not as easy as making $1 million in crypto. I'll tell you that. So Michael Ninja says, just wondering if the anonymous BTC holders, the Bitcoin holders, would also dump on the market price. Who cares, guys? Who cares? Who cares if they dump? Who cares? Right? However much money they have, I don't give a fuck if Satoshi came out and dumped all his coins. I don't care if Mt. Gox, if they give me all my Bitcoins back from Mt. Gox and I go dump it, who cares? The market is big, guys. The market is big. All right? I guarantee you right now, if you have 10,000 Bitcoins that you want to sell, I guarantee you there's some hedge fund that wants to buy it. You ain't got to worry about that shit. What? You guys are worried about petty ass, stupid shit. I hate to say this, man, but this is a realistic trading channel. So I'm going to tell you like it is, okay? You guys are worried about dumb shit. You guys are worried about stupid shit that does not matter, okay? Stop worrying about the dumb shit that has nothing to do with making life-changing profits, okay? Like somebody asked, was it John D., how much it cost for the English blueprint? Somebody else said $2,000. Who cares if it costs $2,000? You make money from it. Who cares how much it costs? Who cares? I paid millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn how to trade. The money I made back was way more than that. Okay? So it only costs money if you ain't going to do shit. If you're going to do shit, you get off your ass and go do what we teach you. It doesn't matter how much it costs, right? You tell me where else can you go find $1 million trader that knows how to fucking trade a 7, 8, 9-figure portfolio, and you just pay him $2,000 for all of his time, his experience, and his knowledge, and how he got there? You tell me. Tell me where, like, you could not even pay Ray Dalio, okay? You couldn't even pay Warren Buffett $2,000 so that he can sit there and explain to you everything they did in their lifetime to make fucking millions of dollars. To me, $2,000 is cheap. Our goal was to sell for fucking $5,000. I'll tell you why we sell for $2,000. We sell for $2,000 because the credit card companies keep fucking with us and telling us that if we don't keep it down below $2,000, they keep freezing our money. Every time somebody buys the course for $5,000, right? They freeze our money. Every time somebody buys the course for $5,000, they freeze our money. Okay? And that's the reason why we had to lower it to $2,000, so the credit card companies stop messing with our money. That's the only reason why it's $2,000. If I had a choice, it would be $5,000 or $10,000, because that's how much value is in that course. It's way more than that. Okay? Ask the 100 millionaires that we have produced in our lifetime if our course is worth it or not. And they'll tell you it's cheap. Okay. Pantone, during the bull market, we rebalanced whole HODL ammo when ratios back to 80-20. We started taking money from HODL to fill expense and hold become less than 80%. Do we buy to rebalance? Yes, we rebalance it every quarter. But during the profit taking, Pantone, when it goes up, that's not going to happen. You're asking a question that's not going to happen. Okay. Because why? Because we're not, you're not taking out like 80% of your portfolio at one time. We take out profits as the market's going up. We don't like wait until it goes up here and take out a big lump sum, because that's not very realistic. Okay. Because we don't know when the peak of the bull market is. Beta Vietnam, it says Vietnam is a rural country. You've known that before you left out of this country. So do you think discount your course for all the people in Vietnam? Absolutely not. Why should we discount that? Explain to me why. When you're buying our Vietnamese blueprint, you are buying the experience and the knowledge and the experience that we have, right? Why would we discount that just because someone doesn't have no money? Why would we discount that? Like a Lamborghini in America is $200,000. It's $200,000 in Dubai. When it comes to Vietnam, right, it's $800,000, $600,000. Why don't they discount the Lamborghini for us, right? If I discount my courses in Vietnam, that means that we don't have faith and we don't believe in the value of our course. We believe in the value that we provide to our students. That's why we have it at $2,000, right? If it was up to us, it would be $5,000 or $10,000 if the credit card companies did not mess with us with our payments, okay? So don't ask us to discount our course, okay? Demon from Dallas. Dallas is one of the best cities to live in America. So if you guys go to America, right, it's right next to one of the best airports in the world. So if you're in Dallas, you're next to one of the best airports, easy to travel to the East Coast and West Coast. Okay, he asked, what's your view on DOT? DOT is just, I have no view. It's just another coin in the TaiFu 30 crypto index, and we just buy it. Guys, trading and investing and life-changing profits comes from math and probability. It does not come from your feelings. It does not come from what you like. It does not come from what I like. It does not come from what you hate. It does not come from what I hate. Okay? It comes from math. The math is this. The math is this, guys. There's over 25,000 coins on the market right now. There might even be more. Last time I checked, there's over 25,000 coins, right? No matter what coins you buy, if the market cap of that coin does not increase, you will not make any money. Okay? If the coin has good technology, but the market cap does not increase, you will not make any money. If that coin has a handsome founder or a beautiful founder, but the coin's market cap does not increase, you will not make life-changing profits. The only time you make life-changing profits on a coin is not because the founder is smart. It's not because the community is big. It's not because the community is small. It's not because the community is made up of, woke people or non-woke people or black people or white people or Asian people. The only time that coin goes up is because the market cap goes up. And that's the only time that you have an opportunity to make life-changing profits. Now, can the coin's market cap go up because they have better technology, they invent new technology, they have a big community, the community pumps it up or whatever? It really does not matter. All it matters to us, okay? We look at it from a mathematical perspective, is that which one of these coins, right, have enough liquidity, has a hardware wallet support, has enough trading volume on Western exchanges and Eastern exchanges so that we can safely invest into it. Get in with a large amount of money, get out with a large amount of money safely, right? If it meets those criteria, we invest into it. It does not matter if we like it or we don't like it. I told you guys earlier in this live stream already, I think that Solana is the shittiest blockchain out there. I have never seen a blockchain that got stuck that many times, that failed that many times, where the exchanges had to pause withdrawals, pause deposits every week like that. I've never seen it. In 10 years, if you count all the coin transactions I've ever done on all the exchanges, right? It does all the problems I had with withdrawals and deposits. It does not even equal to 1/4 of the problems I ran into trying to deposit or withdraw Solana. That's how shitty that blockchain is, right? But despite it being a shitty blockchain, all the numbers show that it has a high probability of increasing its market cap, right? Without violating any laws or morals or ethics. So because of that, I still buy Solana, even though I think it's a shitty blockchain. Like the money that I leave to my kids, I would leave it on Dogecoin's network before I leave it on the Solana network. That's how shitty I think the Solana network is. And some of you guys that are Solana fans or fanboys, you guys say, oh, Ty, you don't know their technology. You don't understand this. Or that. I don't give a fuck what I understand. All I know is that when I try to deposit and withdraw, right, the exchanges stop it because they can't fucking get the goddamn shit to work. What do you want me to say? I didn't go in there and look at the code to see how good the code is or how good the software is. All I tried to do is deposit or withdraw Solana, and the shit kept freezing. They wouldn't let me do it because the Solana network is not stable. Okay, so I really don't care, Demon Biswas, what DOT does or what it does. Now, if you ask me, hey Ty, do you think that the founder of DOT, that Gavin is a really smart guy? He was the one who wrote the entire software for Ethereum and launched it. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think that it was Vitalik. Vitalik did not launch Ethereum. It was Gavin, the founder of Polkadot. He was the one who wrote the software, the code to launch the damn network. It wasn't Vitalik. Vitalik came up with the white paper and the ideas and everything, but the person who actually wrote the software code to actually launch the Ethereum network was actually Gavin, the founder of Polkadot. So if you ask me, do I think that Gavin is a talented blockchain engineer? I would say yes. Do you think, if you ask me, hey, do you think that DOT is going to last, is still going to be here 10 years from now, 20 years from now? I believe so, right? I have a lot of money into DOT. I stake it. I earn staking rewards from it every month, right? And I don't ever see myself in the next, 10, 20 years ever reducing my DOT holdings down to zero. If you ask me that, I can tell you that. But if you just randomly ask, what's your view on DOT, right? What are you really asking me? Are you asking me, do I hold DOT? Yes. Are you asking me, am I going to sell all my DOT in the next bull market? The answer is no. Okay. Let me see what's wrong with this live stream here. It's flashing all kinds of shit here. Okay. So, Cool Water asks, do you ever